Malevolent Movies presents The Hunt for Holiday Horror featuring
Festicul.
Trevor has selected 2018's Krampus Origins.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to Malevolent Movies, the podcast, as we enter the third and final film of Festicul's Hunt for Holiday Horror. It feels like it has been an entire season since we began this battle with and for Festicul. And today's movie...
It's a doozy, let me tell you.
Trevor,
Yeah.
please, you have the floor. That's all I got.
Okay.
You have the
All
floor.
right. So
Plead your case.
it's picture it. It's however many weeks ago it was whenever we shot the intro, and I get my keyword, which is holiday folklore. And then I pull from our stocking or however it worked two no list items. No remakes. And the sticker, ladies and gentlemen, no Killer Santa.
That's right.
I think you had it easy.
So I hang on. Now I'm not trying to, this isn't for sympathy. This story is, I'm about to tell you. I feel it's needed for context.
Yes,
So
I mean,
with-
because something needs,
so with
yes.
that, I did some research and I pulled 8 movies that I feel like fell into that. I did the regular thing of, watching through until something hits that would disqualify it, or, flip around a little bit, skip around in some of them until something's disqualified. And there were, each single one was either just like kind of boring, or it didn't really fall into the folklore, or X or Y or Z, whatever reason is disqualified. Until I got down to, there's 2 movies left. Krampus Origins, which I put off because it looked like shit. And this Christmas anthology movie from 2015 called A Christmas Horror Story.
I
so
like the Christmas horror story.
Christmas Horror Story.
William
I watched.
Shatner's in there, yeah.
It's got William Shatner as a radio DJ, hamming it up, doing some good corny bits. It's an anthology movie that actually kind of works because it's not, you don't watch one short and then the next. They're all intercut like a movie, and they all kind of merge together towards the end. It was great.
Yeah.
Really goofy, a lot of fun visuals, a lot of gross gore. Mwah. But the whole time, there's this one element of there's a hostage situation at the mall, and you never cut to it. And one of the stories is Santa Claus, like big, buff, ass kicker Santa, fighting a bunch of zombie elves. And I thought, well, there's a Santa killing people. So I consulted Festicul, and I was cleared saying, okay, you know what? Technically, this is a killer Santa, but he is Santa, and he is fighting zombies. I think you'd be good for this. I said, okay, great. So I kept going. I kept finishing the movie, and then in the last fucking 3 probably minutes, it is revealed that a character shown at the very beginning of the movie is actually that Santa character is all a delusion. And he has been a literal killer slasher Santa, killing everyone at the mall. So in the last minute, this whole thing was blown to hell. And I know that after the summer series and after Baby Geniuses, I gotta, letter of the law this time around. So that left me with Krampus Origins, which sadly is not a remake, does not contain a killer Santa, and is literally about folklore. So
yeah, it's
Look,
so here I am, and I'm not happy, and I just want to get this fucking thing over with.
I don't think anybody's happy, and I'm not going to call you out. Look, I know we're all busy. We all have our lives. You had 8 movies lined up, but I just did a cursory search, and there are over 120 Christmas horror movies, and that took me 5 seconds to find that on my phone.
Sure.
120, and you settle upon Krampus Origins.
Now here, I'm so glad Sean's here because I told Trevor before we started recording, I'm not going to go hard on you. I'm not going to go hard. I was feeling that, but now I'm not going to. The wind has been knocked out of my sails by a busy day, but here comes Sean picking up that torch and running with it. I love it. And I'm so happy. Because what I wanted to ask you, Trevor, was it a time crunch? Like it wasn't like you had to pick Krampus Origins. You could have said, "Oh, all 8 movies were crap. I got to start fresh again." There's a lot of bad Krampus movies out there, all of which could have been a more engaging watch than Krampus Origins.
Did you explore the other Krampus movies at least? Did you take a look? Did you look at the covers at least?
Oh, the covers will get you nowhere.
What the hell?
If we're going by covers.
120. I just looked this shit up.
120 Christmas horror movies. That's probably all Christmas horror movies possible. How many of those are sequels? How many are remakes? How many feature killers?
I mean, we got Mother Krampus and Mother Krampus 2, and I don't think Krampus is in either of them. I think she just wears a Krampus.
Listen, boys, listen. How many pieces of shit have we had to sit through? We sat through Spaceship Terror, for God's sake. I'm not saying any lies. I'm being criticized for my pick because it sucks so bad.
It's coming on. It's coming hard.
Please do. God,
I feel I don't have the what the fuck.
We need to pause until Joe's here so we can have the real punching bag. I don't like this. This was not one of my stocking stuffers. I had to go through this pain too. I had to do this to you. Do you have any idea how much it's hurt me?
Like, I thought, like, maybe he's just been sleeping. Like, it was a last minute thing. He's like, oh, shit, fuck. Turns on Tubi quick, fuck. Krampus Origins, fuck it. I don't know. Yeah. It seems old.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Or it was a bit. Or this was a bit because you were against Festicul. And I know you've got some venom against with Saint Summer and all that. And I thought maybe you were like, you know what, fuck all these guys. I'm going to make them watch something sucky. And if I lose the points, whatever, it'll be funny. Give them
There's only one real holiday villain, and it's Krampus. Not Festicul. That's all I'll say about that.
And I did bring this up during Thanksgiving. And Trevor, I'm sorry you were not able to be a part of Thanksgiving.
Me too, because I watched that thing and I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Good.
I'm sad I wasn't here for the discussion.
Well, when your pick was revealed by Tyler, I thought maybe, and I haven't even watched Krampus Origins yet. I was like, maybe because technically I know we're on different teams, but we're both against Festicul, so we have one united front. I thought maybe like it was a Talladega Nights situation. If you ain't first, you're last, and you tank this on purpose to give me a lane to take out Festicul.
Maybe that's all it. Maybe that's it.
Oh, that's not what I want to hear.
I know.
That's what I want to hear.
You're not winning, Trevor.
Maybe I wanted. That's fine. Maybe I wanted to do let's say I wanted to do a hard Malevolent. I feel like I've picked Demon's Rook was pretty well liked. Everybody liked Lucky Stiff. I feel like
Lucky Stiff, Demon's Rook. They've all those have been
like
fantastic.
These are great movies. Let's flip the script.
You can't ride that high of Lucky Stiff forever.
Yes, I can.
This is a good moment to go over the award categories because I'm worried you're not winning a fucking thing.
Oh, I don't think I will. Maybe is there a most malevolent?
There is a most malevolent, so you might have that in the bag.
I was gonna say that's it. That's fine.
Ugly sweater.
No, there's no outfit. I mean,
festive finish.
There's Festicul, Krampus cosplay. Could be my
greatest Grinch character that most killed your holiday and or Malevolent movie spirit.
Every fucking one.
Yeah, I don't know, man. For me, it wouldn't have been, and for me, it's not Krampus.
This is a holiday horror tradition at this point, where the third movie just is bad. Remember Christmas with the Dead?
I do.
But
Christmas with the Dead is happy right now.
Oh, that's putting a lot of weight. You have just raised the bar on this recording because the Christmas with the Dead recording was a blast.
Always. Well, of course. So the worst movies usually make for good episodes.
Yeah, if this is a miserable experience, you might be fired. You're off the show.
Okay, sure.
Anna Claire is trending right now.
She's too fucking funny because of the collector's edition.
You're gonna have to do a podcast with just Joe. That's your punishment.
I've done that. I did a video show with just Joe.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, go watch our 3 episodes of Midnight Myths and Mysteries.
Love
I'm watching my camera on my house right now to see when this fucking
Yeah,
lughead
he's been
shows
gone
up.
for 9. It's been 9 minutes and 50 seconds since he left his house. Since he said he was leaving.
He hasn't even left the door yet.
No, he's probably not even upstairs yet.
Well, here, let's track that from Grand Ridge where he lives.
Do we have like a NORAD Santa tracker just with Joe?
No,
I wish.
Some way you can log in and always know where Joe's traveling.
we just need an actual tracker on him.
We got to microchip
Get
him
some
like a
downloads
dog.
on that.
Yeah, like a dog. I bet we could get that done.
You can pay extra for a live cam.
Just always stuck to him.
Okay, there's Buckley Manor.
You guys say, where's Joe?
I want to reach out.
My kids are wondering where Joe's at.
Yeah. Damn, Joe. He's never going to listen to this. He's
Okay.
never going to hear that little
children.
boy
You're
ask for him.
disappointing children, Joe.
If he follows the rules of the road, it should take him 17 minutes. So if he gets there any sooner than that, he's getting
He's got to
chastised.
stop and get a little something.
I was
That's
going to
You
say,
know?
he's...
Oh,
I had to
he's
stop
coming
and
to
get
my
gas.
house. He knows I've got everything for him. He's gonna get fed. He's gonna get drinks.
Oh, he knows that you got like fruit and stuff in the house.
Yeah, you
He's
got
not-
healthy food. You got
Yeah.
Buckley
I got
food.
nothing but beef jerky. It's Christmas time. It's
Oh, that's
always
true.
Then
a
I-
jerky Christmas in this house.
Then I'm
yes,
coming
it is.
over.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, my internet is also going out. I'll be over shortly.
All right,
I'll pick you up on the way, Nick. We can have a
Snack
sick car
predictions.
ride.
What's Joe bringing over to Tyler's?
They bring it. He's going to
Okay,
bring it.
he's not going to do drive-through because he's going to
No.
be too worried about arriving late because he knows that he's in the hot seat, especially after Ryan barked at him.
Yeah.
So,
Might
chances
stop
are-
into Kroger.
Yeah, well, I was going to say he's probably going to either go into Kroger and get some chicken,
Mm. Oh,
or-
a whole rotisserie chicken for you two to share.
or he's going to stop at there's a BP that's not far from my house, and he's probably going to get himself a Monster, but he's also going to get like a coffee drink because it's within. He woke up at 4:00 and called me, so yeah, it's probably a coffee drink, a Monster, and oh man, he's been going hard on like weird meats, like rotating meats
What do
in
you
gas
mean?
stations.
Oh, no.
Was he gonna get
Yeah.
the big chubby? You know, that really thick
The
beef
thick-ass
stick that's always by the
sausage.
counter?
Oh, that hot sausage, the pink one? Is
Yeah,
that
that's
it?
what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those
it
are-
is. It looks like a dick.
Yeah.
You
I-
talking
you know what?
Lil Chub, or are you
Yeah,
talking like
it's-
an actual
it's-
rotating?
Yes, little
Both.
chub.
He likes
Okay.
Good job. Yeah.
I'll admit, I've been curious.
It's not good. It's not good. It's very disappointing.
Oh God. Well, I'm ready. I'm ready to light into Trevor.
What the fuck?
You're done.
No, I'm not.
Done, McCandles.
No, that's not even my name.
I'll get the positives out. I want to start positive and just fucking tank this whole episode by the end. So I don't even want to. I don't think I can say it out loud without it sounding like disgusting. But like one of my favorite things has always been, and I haven't been in years, so it's not like I'm going there now and like creaming in my seats. But like going to see like high school plays, like it's such a cringe that like I just sit there and I go ooh the whole time, and I love it so much. I got vibes like that, vibes I hadn't had in years. Things were moving that hadn't moved in years, and with this movie. And so like as much as I am going to dunk on Trevor hard, I appreciate the experience.
Why is this dunking on me? I get it when it's Joe.
Because nobody needed to know about this movie. You have now brought it out, and 100 unique people may end up learning about this movie.
You brought that evil.
That's true.
And
Listen.
it just, yeah.
Let's
I
just get
knew
into
Krampus
it.
would show his face at some point on this channel, and I was hoping it would be something that's just sloppy and but that's also I feel we've missed it. We'll never have another Krampus. We can't have another Krampus on the show. And
Just
our
wait
one
till
chance
next
at
year.
good, sloppy, shitty Krampus ended up being this weird kind of boring PBS thing.
PBS.
Is it bad though? Ryan? I now want to explore all these other Krampuses.
I was going to
Damn
say,
you, Trevor.
they've
Mother
got a whole
Krampus and all that,
series.
because I want to know if they're as bad as this one. And they can't
would
be,
say-
can they? Are they worse? I don't know. Now I'm curious.
They're probably more entertaining. They're probably worse made because this movie isn't, there's some craft in this film. Those movies, I've watched the trailers for like Mother Krampus and Krampus 2 and blah, blah, blah. And they look poorly constructed, but they're probably more fun, to watch than Krampus Origin.
Well, I think Sean is onto something. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our new series, The Quest for Krampus.
That's right.
Where we are going to find the gold standards of Krampus movies. It's Krampus all year, all the time.
If you mean to dig into this and do a deep dive and sit down and watch all these god awful Krampus movies for some extra credit here on the channel, I'll do what I have to do. I'm not gonna guarantee I'm gonna come out the other side clean, or if I'm gonna even want to do the show anymore. But I will come out with a report.
Well, we'll just put it on the front page of like the Wall Street Journal or something.
Man watches bad movies. All right, get uncorked, fellas, because here we go. There's we start with like 5 or 6 title cards. The funniest is the Paradox Universe, because it's PU. That's a good.
Isn't this where there's also they put an apostrophe S when it just should be plural?
Yeah.
Is that okay? Yeah. So right off the bat, man, Krampus Origins is just not caring.
Yeah. So then we get some text up front. It says France, the Western Front, the Battle of the Argonne Forest, December 2nd, 1918. The last major offensive of the Great War will determine what power will dominate the continent. There's a few more, but I didn't write them down. A group of soldiers, we're in the nighttime now. A group of soldiers are sneaking around the woods, and they're grumbling about their orders. It's like a search and destroy
hold up.
mission.
I'm hot already.
What's making you hot? Is it the fact that this was made
Trevor,
after...
we open on like an RPG or a tank shell or something, but it's awful, awful,
right.
like a stock CGI thing going... And none of the sound effects and the audio is a whole discussion we're going to have. But the sound effects, it's like, are we in a battlefield or is it just like a kid off the mic going, whew, whew? It was
it's both.
Now, I did click my heels. I enjoyed myself in these first few minutes, so I will say that.
So this came out the same year as Overlord.
I fucking knew it.
Fan favorite episode, and I'm wondering.
That was my first thought.
So I'll be perfectly honest. You fellas were asking why this one? Why of all the 100 and some odd? There were 2 things that stuck out, even though it was bad. The first one was the whole aspect of the war, because it is so similar to Overlord, but only for a few minutes.
It's a totally different war. Funny.
Also, have we done a period piece on Malevolent movies before?
Other than Overlord,
that's the only other one I can think of.
That may be it. Yeah,
that's on like the old. That's a video episode from way back in the day. That was a Malevolent matinee, I believe, when we accidentally saw like a good movie.
Yeah, loved Overlord. Loved Overlord.
Yeah, this is a surprise, great movie. But anyway,
yeah. I don't think we have done a period piece.
So it wasn't one of my picks, but whatever. Also, I did run out of time, but I did watch all these fuckers except for the one weird one that I made Tyler get me and I never watched. I'm sorry.
Which one was it?
The one that's like not a horror movie, the Nutcracker. It has a lot of terrifying CG in it that I really want to. I got to see it, but I didn't have time to watch it.
Well, I'm glad you instead picked the World War I epic.
It is an epic.
Yeah, an epic for 3 minutes.
Yeah,
Krampus Origins, where the creature's already been alive for centuries. Well, I don't know what the origin is, but we'll get to it. It's like Leprechaun Origins, where the fucking Leprechaun already existed, and it wasn't even the same Leprechaun.
Well, and I love this is for later in the thing, but they literally say in the book that they're reading from says Krampus Origins.
I know.
Like,
all right, here we go. Krampus Origins.
She says it out loud at one point too, like Krampus Origins.
Yeah, it's at the very end.
None of this has to do with the origins of Krampus, as far as I'm concerned. What this has to do with is the Book of Krampus.
Yeah.
Like that would have been a better title, because at least it's intriguing.
That's a great title.
Krampus Origins was. There's some. Sorry, this is probably a real person. I'm not actually saying that this is who you are, but there's some fat idiot who's making movies out of their living room. Yeah. And like the team went and made the movie, and they bring it back, and they're like, we got this great title, The Book of Krampus. And then he's sitting there, and
Someone's at the garage door.
Joe, do you have any snacks on you?
No, nothing.
You didn't stop for
Damn.
snacks.
No.
He's
There's no
clean
crumbs
bets.
in your pocket?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, you were not upset, were you?
Oh, okay. That's good.
Yeah.
No, not at, well.
You
no.
did. You're already set up.
Oh, oh.
Well,
That
Power
way we don't
squat,
bleed
Joe.
into each other's audios.
Ooh.
Yeah, I put him at the other end of the room.
yeah, I
Put
want
him
to see.
upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
there
set
we
up in the
go,
garage,
there we
Joe.
go.
Oh, thank God, Joe's back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Are you comfortable?
Oh, yeah. I'm good.
Okay.
We're
He'll
gonna
always
need
make himself comfortable.
yeah, we're gonna need updates on how sinky he's getting into the couch.
Yeah.
How blobby I've been in the
How
background.
blobby, yeah. You do sound a little far away from that mic.
Do I? Okay. I didn't want to go.
That's okay.
Yeah. I'll go close.
Well, right, I understand.
For those tuning in, before we start recording, I yelled at Joe. I had been on the call for 20 seconds, and I started just yelling at Joe because he was so loud, interrupting me and screaming.
Why?
And then
I don't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that.
Oh,
I mean, just because you don't mean to doesn't mean it makes it any
No.
less that you
Mean
did
to
it.
do that.
But it's fine. It's fine. I had time to cool down.
Okay. Okay.
Now I got Krampus to yell at.
Yeah. Focus all that hatred on Krampus. A group of soldiers are walking around. They're grumbling about their orders. They got to kill some guy, Kaiser Bill, I think they call him. I don't know. They're just your standard. You see, they feel like World War II guys, but it's World War One. That's kind of the vibe of this whole section to me.
Yeah, and I wonder why World War One was chosen.
Because
you know what I
Overlord
mean?
did World War II.
I'm curious because I did not have the patience to pay attention or scrutinize this movie too much, but I'm wondering how well it would hold up to any sort of historical scrutiny, just as far as anything at all. It's just vaguely 19 something.
Yeah,
Well, do we
they
want-
went to
Well,
the
yeah, they had-
Historical Society.
At one point, they had Professor Tolkien walked through and said, "You know what? I got a great idea," and that was their World War One.
They need to have
What are you
bigger
doing
feet.
today, Professor? Well, I'm going there and back again. Oh,
What if all these Frenchmen were small, real
Yeah,
small?
they live underground and they eat mushrooms.
and their big hairy feet were out. Yeah.
Well, are we going to talk about the production design? Because like
Oh, it's
We have
terrible.
to.
they put effort in, but the problem is that when it comes to period pieces, like everybody's seen movies, we kind of have an idea of the movie version of the 1910s and 1920s.
There's a reason you don't do a period piece, and it's because
Exactly.
it's so fucking expensive.
Yeah.
And if you skimp out on that, it shows immediately.
Like everything that I saw, I was just looking at it like with a skeptical eye. Like at any glass that they held, I'm like, they got that at Target. But like it could have been authentic. I don't fucking know. But
Well, you see what, maybe two soldiers in like complete uniform throughout the whole thing, and that's probably where most
And
of the
it's
budget
it's
goes.
all in shadow, so you can't get a good look at it really.
At
but-
least the soldier's helmet though was vaguely accurate for World War One, which was like kind of like the flat brim with the
yeah.
They didn't like go to like Target
That's
and just, like,
the
pick up
easy
a toy,
part, though.
a toy army helmet or something.
I think I saw bottled water in the background. They didn't have that back then.
Joe's finally getting into Game of Thrones.
Bottled water.
Yeah.
Yeah, bobbled water. So they go. Oh, and then we cut inside of the building, and there's a couple of German soldiers just like sitting around one table with one chair and like a bottle of wine on it. And they're in like some factory or something, just a big empty building. And with them in like either the corner or another room, I can't really tell which, is some, for lack of a better phrase, crazy guy, who's like huddling, doing one of these, yeah, and he's like huddling over, like rocking back and forth and huddling over this book that he's reading, and he's mumbling about the keeper of the fairies, blah, 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 blah. And then a German soldier with an American accent addresses him as Colonel Snyder. But Snyder
Like
keeps
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, he keeps mumbling, blah, 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 some foreign
I'm sorry.
language.
No matter what,
Yes.
if I was the director of this set, I would have said, "You've gone too far. You are not Jack Nicholson in The Shining.
Yes.
You need to dial it back because, like, look, the best acting is maybe C+ in this, But that was unnecessary because it's like Trevor was like it's like Smeagol, Gollum. It's give me the
the keeper of the fairies.
By planes.
That's not my Smeagol, but still.
Bubby walk fairies.
It's like that. Yes, it's like that.
Yeah.
It's not that far.
Joe, was that you? Was that you in this movie?
No, I never got a role in Krampus Origins. They didn't call me. I was surprised.
You never got a call back. No.
Yeah, Krampus Origins.
More like Cramped Ass Origins.
There you go. That's it. That's the one.
I'll be here all week, all month, and forever.
Sick.
Joe has problems.
Snyder keeps mumbling. He's mumbling like a phrase over and over again. I don't know what it is. And then light comes shooting out of the book. Bing! It looks terrible. We can see like a large silhouette of some figure in the light. And Snyder says, as keeper of this amulet, I order you, come forth, child of darkness, and do my bidding. It's happening. It's fucking happening. Yeah. American soldiers are out. Oh, then we come back outside. The American soldiers are outside, and they have reached their target, which is this factory place. They take turns shooting into the room. Like one will go bang, 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 and they'll come out, and the other one will go in bang, 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 bang. They do that a few times. And Snyder, the whole time,
it's tactical.
It is. The whole time Snyder just sitting there looking at the light show book thing. Once the Germans are all dead, Snyder's light friend thing disappears. He's really pissed about this. He pulls out a gun that he has and is ready to take on the whole American army himself. Oh, Lord, are we going to have a Joe cam? Fuck yeah.
Oh, no.
No, yes, it's good.
No.
Well, from that angle, I want it from that angle, yeah.
Yeah.
The low angle.
So yeah, he's apparently going to fight off all these American soldiers himself, but he is instantly shot and killed. They then head back to patch their wounds. They're in like the main area, and the lieutenant, whose name is McNamara, is really fucked up by losing a few of his guys today. Colonel Foley orders that McNamara come over to him. Oh, he's like he's Colonel. I don't know what I was going to say. He's like stuffy guy, and like he's sitting at the little table. Foley tells him there's a rumor that the Germans are going to surrender, maybe even before Christmas. He is dismissed and joins the rest of the squad. This is really when the audio really falls apart for the first time in the movie. It sounds like on like the camera mics, maybe. It sounds just terrible, and it will switch off. It'll like change mid-line sometimes. But anyway,
the audio in this movie is it can't be understated how frustrating it is, because I have lines in my breakdown. I have no idea what I was even listening to. And like, I seriously couldn't tell, am I losing my hearing or what is going on? Because it just, everything sounds so muffled. It's mind numbing.
It sounded like they only had like a couple of decent mics or something. And if the main actors were using those, then it sounded okay. But if it was a secondary actor or a background actor, then it was just shit.
It's like when they were mixing it, like all you can hear is like the bass or something. Like it's like it's incomplete. I don't know. It's just
it's bad.
Yeah. I just didn't let it roll. Like, shit, but then I could have created my own dialogue with that. I could have in my mind, well, I think he said something about a spicy cheese or
nacho fries.
Now, I've never heard a World War I gun go off in real life. But I have reason to believe the sound was not accurate during all of that the firefight we had going on in that bunker.
No, I can't imagine. I can't imagine.
Pop, pop. It was like the county fair.
Pew, pew.
The little stick with the roll came out, said the word bang on it. You got me. You got me.
Hey, you didn't shoot out the corner of the star. You don't get the teddy bear.
So the whole squad is sitting down,
carnival,
just kind of passing the time, I guess. I don't know. McNamara is looking at a picture of his wife that he's got like in his helmet. And this other guy is looking at that spooky book that Snyder was reading from. Sargent says the book isn't in German, and it looks to be a storybook. Somehow he can discern that, even though he can't tell what he's looking at.
Maybe there's like cool pictures of teddy bears and stuff in it.
Yeah, maybe that's it. McNamara takes it, and we see some more Germans sneaking into the factory. They come in and kill the 3 Americans pretty quickly, and we get the title card, Krampus Origins.
They were lollygagging on the job. That's why.
They
were sleeping.
Uh-huh.
And this is an impressively consistent motif in the movie. Musical stings that the music tells you this is a big moment, but the moment leading up to it is just like, okay.
Yeah.
So when that title hit, I'm like, I know I'm supposed to feel like this is a big wow, but it's nothing. It was like we these idiots are having a conversation for a minute, and then people pop in and kill them, and then we're done. There's nothing climactic about that. It's just because they're like, oh, what's that you got there? Why didn't you give that to the captain? And well, I just thought it was a fairy tale. Oh, I got to reach for it, and then boom, pop, we're all dead.
That's it.
Yeah. I did laugh when they all got killed. Yeah, because I didn't expect it. I thought this was going to be the movie. It's going to be these guys, on the battlefield fighting with Krampus, or something, and then they're like, boom, they're dead. And I laughed. I was like, oh, come on. That was so. Then I was like, why did we even watch that? That was stupid.
Just to get my question is that why that? Why that at all? This is going to be a position I take throughout the whole thing. Any characteristics of the characters have nothing to do with the movie. It has nothing to do with the movie. All it is it's just we got to get the book to this place, and Krampus is brought back, and then he's killed, and not killed, but he's sucked back into the book. That's it. Spoiler alert. None of these characters matter. They have nothing to do with anything.
Nope.
No, it's
you do that. Well, that's your first 10 minutes of the movie. If you do that,
it's an hour and 10.
Well, but let me finish here. But if you do that, you can put your description on Tubi and everything else as, in 1918, a team of American soldiers discover a mysterious artifact that has the ability to summon the ancient evil spirit of the Krampus.
Ooh, that sounds good. That's like Inglourious Bastards.
Does happen. We just saw it. But there's another 80 some odd minutes left of this fucking movie.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Over the holiday season, I watched a movie on Hallmark Channel or Grit or one of these free channels over the air called Christmas for $1. And it was set during the Great Depression, and it was about a family. There was a one-room schoolhouse, and the way that it makes you feel is that the whole movie is going to be about this family who has $1 amongst them, and they're going to figure out the best way to give each other Christmas gifts with the $1 fucking dollar.
Slim Jims.
But you know what? That's barely any part of the movie. And the production value was almost identical to Krampus Origins. I felt the entire time I was watching this like I was watching a Hallmark dramatic Christmas thing. That's what it feels like. It's about precocious kids, and they're and it's trying to tread this Little House on the Prairie kind of vibe, and it's
yeah,
bah humbug.
I mean, Krampus isn't even mentioned in my 15-minute, 8-minute section, whatever it is. It's not even talked about once. In a movie about Krampus should be brought up at least every 5 minutes. Let's remember that it's about Krampus. This movie's about Krampus, and we shouldn't go 15 minutes in the middle of the movie with not even a reference. A reference.
Instead, we
to
go
the Christmas devil.
An hour before.
Yeah.
I did say because I subjected my wife to watching this. God bless her. She sat through most of it. But I don't know, it was like 60 something minutes into this. I was like, doing the Jeff Goldblum from Jurassic Park. I'm like, you do have a Krampus in your Krampus movie, correct? Because you forget there's so much going on. You just forget. Oh, it's like, oh wait, this is what this is supposed to be about. This mythical being, and then we're just hanging out with these kids.
Chaos theory. Krampus can show up at any time.
The movie could have just been about this woman whose husband, she loses her husband in the war, and she's now working at this orphanage, and that's most of this movie is that. It's not a Christmas horror story.
This is what that script was, and then now you need a big thing. You either got to have tits or Krampus.
I know, unfortunately.
I would watch like a Naughty Nuns movie. That wouldn't be bad.
I know you would. You have.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it is a genre. It's called nunsploitation.
Yeah.
I
did
Nuns
plenty of
in
them out there.
chains.
I was not expecting this entire movie to take place in 1917 or whatever the fuck. When I saw that, I thought it was setting up like, oh, this book was found in old Germany in World War One, and then we flash forward to present day. And I fully believe that's what it was going to be. And when I saw that it was like 6 months later, I was devastated because I didn't want to be stuck in this boring world that I
No,
know
man, if you want
they
that,
did not
you got-
have the power to bring justice to.
If you want that, you got to go to the sequel. You got to go to the next. It's all a part of the plan.
Oh,
So anyway, we flash forward 3 weeks to the Arizona territory, where a lady is standing all dressed up, waiting for a train. An old man brings her bag, and then almost as quickly, a young man comes from the other direction to take that same bag. He introduces himself as Jimmy, takes her bag. He calls her Mrs. McNamara. Oh no, is this the dead guy's wife? Oh my god.
It's almost like thematically we shouldn't know that at this moment.
I know. We blow it in 10 seconds. He'll be escorting her to her new place of work / home. She thanks him and calls him James, but he says, only 2 women called me James. My mother and my sister, Rafus. Now, the first time I heard that, I thought he said, my mother and my sister, Rafus. And I said, what the fuck kind of name is Rafus?
They're both named Dreyfus. It's a family name for every woman.
Sister Rafus is a nun. I didn't know that at first. It's something about the way he says it. Anyway, you get it. They leave for the car. They arrive at Sister Rafus's school for lonely girls. And inside the dorm, we see Adelia, who's one of our leads, in her little dorm room thing, old-timey dorm room, looking at a box with a bunch of vials and some weird Evil Dead-looking fan art on the top. And she's got a weird book inside, but there's a knock at the door. It's her roommate, whose name escapes me. Henrietta, I believe.
Henrietta. Yeah,
Yes,
just
Henrietta.
like Evil Dead 2.
She needs to get into the room. She needs her knitting needles, and she like keeps just knocking and knocking and knocking.
Let me in! Let me in!
Until Adelia finally gets up, lets her in, and she, what do you got there? And she says, this is I'm reading up on alchemy. Miss Lena told me about it. There's potions to help you heal, to sleep, to make a boy love you. They look through the book and find another entry about fairies. Henrietta's kind of, I don't know, it's magic. But
well,
just then,
for being a Catholic run,
I guess,
thing,
yeah.
I assume
there
with
is
the nuns.
you have a baked in conflict here with the magic and the Catholicism, but it's like the nuns are kind of like, gosh darn it, you kids,
It's like
and your magic.
Your damn Pokemon cards. Put those away.
Yeah.
Put your
If I see you
damn
playing
alchemy books
D&D
away.
one more time, you're going to hell.
Joseph Robert Bucky, if you summon one more demon before choir class, yeah, Bucky. Listen up here, Bucky. Bucko.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to do good.
Yeah, you're Bram in this movie, buddy.
Did he have a bowl cut? I couldn't quite tell.
It's not the
No.
bowl cut, dude.
No, just a big doofus.
No.
We love you. I love Bram. He ends up
Yeah.
saving
Bram-
the day at the end.
Oh,
Yeah.
did anybody? I don't know the actor's name. He's not in a lot of stuff, and he usually has small roles. But the dude from Stranger Things, he is in the arcade in season 2, and he's in the video store in season 3.
Oh, yeah.
They look like face-wise similar.
Yeah, they do.
I immediately thought of that guy when I saw Bram.
Oh, is that he's an older guy?
Yeah, I can't remember that actor's name.
Because he's in a bunch of shit. Yeah, I know who
Yeah.
you're talking about. I think by his face.
Yeah.
They're going over their stuff, and then, a third girl comes in. Her name's Ida. She wants to know what they're up to, but Adelia just wants her to leave. Then the nun comes in, Miss Sister Rafus. Excuse me. She says, "Why are you not in choir?" She demands that she gives the book to her. She flips through it and is just disappointed, just shaking her head. I'm disappointed in you. This is Miss Lena's, I imagine. They both get demerits and are told to go to choir. Ida asks,
50 points from
Hufflepuff.
from alchemy.
From alchemy. Oh God, get back to
You are not
potions.
houseboy.
Yeah. They get in trouble. They get sent back to choir. Ida asks what the book is about, and the nun just sends her also to choir. Like, oh, you have to go to choir. And that's the end of my part.
Josephine pulls up in front of the modern, very modern. I'm no expert on 1918's architecture, but that motherfucking building is not from 1918. But they pull up in front of a very modern brick building. Looks like it was made last week. Looks like it's the back end of a Casey's general store for those in the Midwest. And but the fucking car that she pulls up in is this crotchety old-timey car that you'd see at a museum.
Driven by Dave Bautista.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got that cap. It's got a big screw on the back, a big wind-up thing. Because it goes pop, 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 pop.
You gotta move it with your feet.
Yeah. Fred Flintstone's driving, stops the thing. So it pulls up, old-timey car, pulls up in front of a modern school. Then we cut to Jack in the school. Jack, have we talked about Jack yet?
No.
All right, Jack is a bully character.
Yeah.
We cut to Jack, and he's looking at some tits in a nudie magazine, while Bram
He's looking at the world's first porno magazine.
yeah. It's in sepia tone
He's got
too. The
fucking
magazine.
silver plate slides. He's looking at tits.
And so then Bram's laying on the fucking bed. He just lazily gets up like Eeyore out of the bed, and he goes and looks out the window because he heard the old-timey car come up. He looks out the window and he sees Josephine taking fucking forever to get out of the car. He then stammers out about her arrival to Jack, who gets up, looks out the window, and says, quote, "Yeah, she'd do in a pinch." Whatever the fuck that means.
That was so upsetting.
This 14-year-old. Yeah, I'd fuck the twig.
To get a Joe line in the first 15 minutes, especially when it's unexpected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I thought, I guess.
Christ.
Ryan's laughing.
Yeah.
Just because it's...
Look at the angle we got of Joe tonight.
Yeah, that's part of it.
I gotta put my feet up.
We got oh, now it's like we're between his legs.
No. He's spreading his legs.
I hate this shit. Also,
Watch
I like
the
that you
man
can see
running a little.
I like that you can see in the wide shots of her Miss Rafus's School for Lonely Girls. You can see the modern houses up on the hill behind it, and you can see the power lines going to it.
Yeah, there's a fucking Arby's sign. It's like that Starbucks sign way in the background in Public Enemies. Just way back.
Yeah, they just cover it up with a little bit of Photoshop. Dr. Starbucks tooth pulling.
Apothecary.
And some soothing syrup. All right, so where am I? Yeah, he says she'll do it a pinch. And then he leaves the room, and mopey fucking Bram just lays down again on the bed. Then we cut to Sister Rafus. She just walks into a bedroom, and she finds Lena is on the floor, and she's scrubbing the floorboards. Lena says something about one of the kids got sick and puked, and so she's cleaning it up. Nurse Rafus doesn't like this because she says, "No, Lena, your duties are to clean the kitchen and the lavatories. The students are supposed to clean up after themselves. So how dare you clean up the puke of a young student? How dare you help somebody?"
Just put some sawdust on her.
I did not understand what were they going for with that? Like,
just that she's insubordinate, I think, in that she's
helpful.
That she's seen as insubordinate, I should say, by Nurse Rafus. But Lena's actually, even when she's doing something nice, Nurse Rafus just fucking her.
You're thinking of Nurse Ratchet, dude.
Yeah, I really am. I am.
It's medication
That's absolutely
time.
correct. Sister Rafus just dislikes Lena to such an extent that even when Lena's doing something kind, she's like, "No, fuck you." She's going to find a way to, because she just hates her. But so they have a tense back and forth where, it's like, "Look at me when I talk to you," that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And Lena lays it on thick too. Lena's pushing buttons. But then they're interrupted by the. Okay, wait a minute. Then she and Lena have a tense back and forth, and then she tells Lena to explain this spooky book, the one she got from Adelia. Explain what this is, because she knows it's from Lena. Lena kind of explains, it's nothing, just a goof, basically. But Rafus will not allow blasphemy.
It's a prank.
Yeah, she's like, it's just fun. It spells. It's nothing. She's like, it's fun.
Just a little magic.
But Rafus will not allow blasphemy. She's then interrupted by this old, hollow-eyed fucking nun who comes in and tells her that.
I just called her Nurse Ancient. Does anybody got a
Ancient? Those eyes are going way back, like they're deep. But she tells Josephine, tells her that Josephine, the new teacher's arrived. We cut to Father Timothy's office, where Josephine finally made it inside, and she's sitting waiting at the table, at the desk. Rafus then enters, and they introduce themselves to each other. Josephine asks, "Hey, why Father Timothy hasn't met with her?" That fucking sentence was terrible. Josephine asks why Father Timothy hasn't met with her, as they've been pen pals for quite a while. Rafus admits that it was her writing the letters as Timothy the whole time, because, Timothy's old and he's in poor health. Is that it, or is it the fact that there's a large decanter of hooch sitting right on Father Timothy's desk, right in front of them? Is it the booze, or is it that he's old? And as we'll see in a minute, he's not that old. The hollow-eyed nurse was a lot older, or nun was a lot older looking than Father Timothy. But anyway, we'll get to that in a second. Then we cut to the hallway as Rafus is giving Josephine a tour, and she's grilling her about her husband and how's your husband feel about you coming here and working with the school. Josephine tells Rafus, well, I haven't told my husband, but he's kind, so he won't care. Plus, he's in the war, and we know he's dead, so he's never going to know. Then we get to the dining room where everyone stares at Bram as he slinks his way in. He attempts to sit at Ida's table, which is empty except for her, and she tells him, I prefer to dine alone. So sad sack that he is, fucking Bram takes a chair, puts it in the fucking corner, and sits by himself.
Like a beast.
Yeah, like a beast. Yeah, like a dog. Or like a monkey.
Walking on all fours like a beast. As Adelia and Henrietta complain about the food, Jack and Virgil arrive. Virgil is Jack's shitty little friend. Jack tells Adelia that he had a dream about her in which she was naked. Adelia says, doesn't matter how many times you tell me this. Apparently this is a normal thing for Jack, telling her about his dream.
Hey, she says, guess what kind of dream I had last night?
I like your boobies.
It might as well have been that. It might as well have been that. Really. Adelia says, no matter how many times you try this, it's never going to work. So then he goes to Henrietta. What about you? And Henrietta says, I wouldn't be with you even if you were as rich as Midas.
Do you know who Midas is, Joe?
Yeah. He's that guy who had like the golden dick. He accidentally touched his dick and it got turned to gold.
They have different interpretations over in Grand Ridge. Yeah.
Okay, so Jack and Virgil then decide, let's go pick on Bram, who's sitting in the corner, eating his porridge, looking at a book. They make fun of his inability to read, which is true. Bram can't read, and he admits, I can't read. I like looking at the pictures. They then ask, are there nudie pictures in there? Of course there's not. They then take the book and continue to antagonize him until Bram goes from standing looking ridiculous and dumb to eyes budging out, budging the fucking words, man. Eyes bulging out of his head.
Please don't have a stroke on this podcast.
Yeah, Ryan's on the fritz tonight.
This is it. This is the last one. This is what happened. This is how it's going to happen.
I always thought it would be a man with no brain that he died on.
Krampus fried him.
Agreed it. Yeah.
You fried him, Trevor. You fried him.
Sorry, Ryan.
I didn't think it would be you, Trevor.
I didn't think
either.
It would be you. I'm sorry.
You broke my heart.
I didn't want you guys to yell at me for breaking the rules again.
You broke the rules and my brain. So anyway, it's like he's just standing there, and he goes grrr, with his eyes, big, and he grabs Virgil's shoulders, but then immediately cuts away.
Yeah.
And right when we're about to get some silly action, it cuts away to Rafus. She's still wandering around the fucking hallway with Josephine, talking about 2 kids to a bedroom and giving her a tour. And then we cut right back to the fight in the mess hall, where at this point Bram has the upper hand, and he's fucking choking Virgil, while Henrietta stops Jack from joining in. Jack comes in out of frame like he's gonna just fucking punch Bram in the back of the head, And Henrietta steps in and is like, no, Ida's had enough. It's annoying her. And she goes out into the hall to tell Rafus about the, quote, brawl. There's a brawl in the cafeteria. Rafus fairly casually and fairly, surprisingly, you thought she would go off the deep end. She walks, almost very calmly into the dining hall. And says, and at this point, though, the fight has turned Virgil. Bram is on the floor, even though we can't see him. He's below frame, but Virgil's just fucking kicking him. So, Bram didn't last long. Rafus calls Jack and Virgil cowards and gives each of them a demerit. Adelia. That's it. Adelia?
Adelia.
That just doesn't sound right to me for some reason.
Yeah, it's
Adelia,
a fake name, I feel like.
And Henrietta take Bram to the nurse nun. Then we cut to, but instead though,
we ever see the nurse nun? No.
I don't think so. No, I don't think
She's
so.
out there
They meant the
somewhere.
hollow-eyed nurse. I don't know. We cut to Lena's creepy ass bedroom, where the girls took Bram instead of to the nurse nun. Lena patches Bram up with some smelly witch cream, and then the three of them try to convince Bram that he didn't get his ass kicked. Oh, you held your own. Oh, you did pretty good. 2 against 1. That sort of thing. It pump up his ego. The kid feels bad. Lena then says something about, well, I've been fighting bullies my whole life. I stand by it. And they leave. Then we cut to Josephine. She's fucking wandering the halls. She's first day at work. She's like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Just wandering the halls, looking for Rafus, calling out her name. When she comes upon Father Timothy.
I swear, you guys gotta, because I was like half paying attention through all this, and I didn't catch, her name. And when Josephine's walked through the hall at this point, I swore she's saying, Sister Rapist, Sister Rapist. And I'm like, what?
Well, I mean, there's one in every church.
All right.
All right, so Josephine, she comes upon Father Timothy. So she's pretty much done a circle because she started at Father Timothy's office, and now she's back to his office. It's not a huge place. There's really only like 15 students anyway, it seems like.
Yeah.
And 4 nuns. But she finally comes upon Father Timothy's office, and Father Timothy's in there with Jimmy from earlier, and they're getting fucking drunk, and they're singing "Show Me the Way to Go Home," which was made famous in Jaws, and they're just having a hell of a time, just throwing back those drinks. Father Timothy's very, very drunk. He's slurring his words. He's doing that whole bit. It's not very convincing, but the actor doing his best. That's what we can say about everybody in this movie. They do their best, I guess. They convince her to have a quick drink, which she fucking pounds. They pour some booze in a glass. I don't know if it was a shot amount or not, but
that was
she
about
belts it down.
2.5 fingers she took down.
Just a little nip.
And she belts the fucker down without a cough.
Something
without
to keep
anything.
you warm on the cold winter day.
Well, when they were talking about how she was pen pals with him, I got the impression that maybe she knows that Tim likes to party a little bit. And so she thought, this would be an easygoing place, and she didn't expect Rafus to be there. So
Blind the ointment. But she enjoys Father Timothy. You can tell she's not offended by their drinking and anything. She kind of smiles. She throws down some liquor and then's like, no, that's enough. I don't want to have a hangover tomorrow. It's going to be tough enough as it is without being hungover. Then she excuses herself. And then Father Timothy says a little nugget of wisdom. The best way to avoid a hangover is to never stop drinking. Well, that's the end of my thing.
dropped another Johto shop if we need a quick diversion.
No inspiration.
Boy, let me see.
Hopefully my penis isn't out in this one.
Ooh. I'll
Wait.
never get an erection again.
Yeah, I don't like when you do those. I'm just
I'm
kidding.
a hot lady.
There's
You
just
are
something.
the hot lady of 1991. I don't know.
Ooh, I don't know about
Yeah,
that.
that's
Not while
early
Twin
90s,
Peaks is on the
that's-
TV.
Oh God,
That's what's her name? That's Pam Anderson from
That's
that's
Pam
Baywatch.
Anderson. This is Joe
Yeah.
as Pam Anderson
Oh god,
for the
there it is, yeah.
listeners. Oh,
Yep, the
Christ.
high waisted red swimsuit. Yeah, and
Yep.
showing his glasses.
Jam Banderson.
That's him.
Can you keep going with? Can you give it like her like a little bitty nub of a wiener?
And maybe like a little bit of stubble and a joint hanging out and like some nuggets in her hand.
I've got this. Give me
Okay.
a little bit.
Boy.
Nuggets.
You're doing a great job. I mean,
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't want to tell you how to
A blue slush.
You know,
So we cut to outside of our orphanage. They are shadows consuming it. It is nightfall. Cut to inside is lights out for all the little orphans. We are inside one of the girls' dormitories where Ida, Miss Goody Goody, is being naughty and she's still up reading a book. Meanwhile, Adelia or Henrietta or one of them, I don't know which one, they all kind of are the same, is snug in bed dreaming they were cast in a different movie while Miss Brown-Nose quietly gets up and grabs some makeup that she's stashed behind the bedstand and starts applying it while looking in her hand mirror. Maybe she's not so goody-goody after all. And I turned to Tim Allen all of a sudden.
Yeah.
It's a Bimford 5000 nunnery.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's tool time.
Yeah, let's make this bed's nightstand and that was good.
Joe, go ahead and do it.
Let's do it. Joe almost sounded like Sonic gulping an air bubble in the underwater world.
You know what
My
would make
rings
for
are
a,
gone. All my rings.
You know what would make for a fun Man with No Brain episode? If all of us got together and we actually got an episode of Home Improvement and we just did a live read of it together as characters, and Joe
That's a good
as written, and Joe would of course play Tim the Toolman.
Ooh.
Absolutely.
I don't think
I
so,
love it.
Joe.
Who gets to be my
100%.
wife?
Ryan, of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was thinking Ryan would be
Yeah,
Wilson.
that's
She
it.
gets some good lines. She gets good
Ryan
lines.
could be Wilson. They could have a heart-to-heart at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's
The
my
rest of us
naughty
are his
son?
kids.
Yeah,
I'm
just get a
JTT.
transcript of an episode
Yeah,
and just
Nick
do it
is
straight.
JTT.
I'll be the goth kid.
Yeah, you can be Mark.
You get the youngest one. Was it
Yep.
Mark?
Yeah.
It'll be Mark.
It would be an honor to be Al, but I will leave that up to Joe to pick his friend.
Oh, okay.
Zach's got to be the oldest brother.
Oh yes, he
Yeah.
can be Brad.
The cool
The
one.
meathead.
The meathead.
That-
We
there's
have
an episode.
just
remember
enough people. This is
Perfect.
perfect. Yeah.
Nice.
we did
nice,
that episode where Brad was going to be a soccer star, but then he tripped down the stairs because his dad was doing was he doing a
We
live
could do the
episode? He fucked his knee up
we
real
could
bad.
do, we could do the episode where they find Brad's weed.
Oh.
Or I think it was Brad, one of the boys' weed.
Remember, toward the end of the show, the youngest one decided he wanted to make movies and be a director, and he's walking around with a camera in his hand, saying shit like Joe would say.
Anyway,
Heidi.
I've never
too.
seen an episode. I only know how to do the ooh.
oh,
Not
that's
even
good.
close.
Yeah.
That sounds like a great time.
Where the hell were we? So Tim
Dude,
Allen
I don't
walks in.
know. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Goody Two Shoes, she puts on her makeup and she walks into the dark corridor of the orphanage. But wait, she is not alone. She's not the only one being naughty with lights out. Why is this the second movie in the Hunt for Holiday Horror where I'm describing the scene where random characters are sneaking around in the dark?
It's
Shredder.
cheap. It's cheap to film.
I guess so. Yeah, you're right.
I suppose. But yeah.
Yeah, so like second movie. So she's sneaking around, but she's not alone because we hear something. And we cut to our bullies, Jack and Virgil. They're also creeping around as well. They're up to no good. And they hear something. Who's there? Oh, it's just Ida. Yeah, what's old Miss Goody Goody doing up here being shady? So they make a deal. Like, look, all right, if you keep our secret, we'll keep your secret. And they go about their separate delinquent ways in the dark. And it looks like the boys are peeping Toms. Yeah, they want to get to see their new instructor as only her late husband knows her. Good thing she left the door open a crack. They don't have locks in this place, apparently. Jack, the horny one that we've established, he peeps through the opening in the door as some old-timey music plays, and she begins to disrobe from her old-timey pantaloons in slow motion, starting with letting her hair down. It's provocative.
Oh my god, a woman's hair. I'm going to come in my pants.
Don't laugh, Ryan.
Yeah, let you smile. I saw you smile. You're just better hiding it.
She bends over towards the camera with a little cleavage as her dirty pillows blossom from her tight corset.
Damn, Sean.
Do
You
you
need
have
the,
the
you
script? What are you reading?
You need to do
It's the
book
it's the
audio
erotic
book romance
novelization of
books.
Krampus origins. So
Yeah,
Always
you
yeah,
need
give,
to
do-
give this bland movie a little flavor. All right.
the way the way the dew dripped off her areola.
Oh,
No.
You should be a audiobook. Read audiobooks, romance books.
Oh yeah, her breasts
Hey.
bounce sluttily and femininely.
Slowly.
Femininely.
Femininely. All right.
They were feminims. And our horny boy Jack, he goes, not bad. Like he would know, looking at his old timey black and white, whatever I was looking at earlier. He's like he's judging her. Like it's like this is the first time you've ever seen a woman,
Yeah.
dude. So you're an old timey orphan raised by nuns. Come on.
She's no Betty Boop.
She's no Betty
Joe, Betty Boop is an old time cartoon.
No, I understand. There was a cool, if you pause Who Framed Roger Rabbit at like the exact second, her boobs fall out of her dress. Betty Boops.
Oh, really?
That's true. That's
Betty
100%
Boops.
true.
Boops.
That's why they call. Yeah, that's why she has that name.
Have you seen the frame? Did you go on Reddit or something? Did you see the frame of Betty Boop's
I've
boobie?
seen all the frames. I've seen Jessica Rabbit's poop. I've seen Baby Herman flipping the
You
bird.
had to ask, Sean.
Yeah, I've seen everything Who Framed Roger Rabbit has to offer.
Except for
But
the
do
whole
you know-
movie continuously.
Except for the movie itself.
Have you seen
I saw that in
the
the
penis
theater.
on the cover of Little Mermaid, Joe?
Oh yeah. That was a big dong.
Yeah.
There's the
Joe's
priest has
talking
an
about how he
erection.
just rests his own penis on the cover.
Well, I compared. I slid my penis out of my jeans and like put it on the VHS cover to compare sizes. And let me tell you, I stacked up nice.
I was going to say, do you see the gaping anus on the cover of Butcher the Baker's?
What?
He's
Mr.
wearing a
Dimmer?
bowl cut.
No.
I'm talking about you. You're
I
facing your
understand.
mouth.
Thank you, Tyler.
Yeah.
Oh wait, is there another?
I just added
There
the
is.
bulge.
Yeah,
Oh no. There's a
it's a
I'm
fine
not
bulge
thinking.
you've got there, Jamila.
That picture of your face on Pamela Anderson, would you still,
Yeah,
Take care of yourself to that
probably.
picture?
Yeah, I do it.
God, you're
This is
just,
what you've done, Trevor. This is your
You're
fault.
fucking
Can't you just
broken.
appreciate
Well.
the form of whatever? I'm not
Nope,
having-
nope. Sorry, I need to.
Don't waste your breath, Nick. You need to rest. You're ill.
The only reason Joe talks like this is because he's not had sex. The
Yeah.
moment Joe has
right.
Joe has sex, this all changes.
Yeah. I appreciate. I
Oh, guys,
appreciate
I
the,
was-
the
I was
feminine
wrong.
beauty, the form.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Here,
No, I said
honestly,
I would.
I,
No,
if I
guess
had
I,
sex.
I think we
He's
would all
saying once
benefit
he
from
does.
getting Joe laid.
We've been talking about
2022.
this.
It'd be a
Every
good
year
thing
we
with no
have
brain.
every year
I'm
this
serious,
show
yeah,
has
it
one
should be recorded.
resolution. It's the same resolution, which is to get Joe laid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
we
this
should
is the year.
This whole podcast is just an 80s comedy where the cool guys are trying to get the nerd laid. That's
Yeah.
really what this is.
Except
This
the
is
movie's
Hard Bodies.
6 years long.
Yeah. Well, editing.
Yeah.
We're still not out of the
Just gotta
first act.
Gotta cut this fucker down.
It's like saving
Joe,
tango.
You can't. Graduation is in like 2 weeks. We gotta get you laid.
I need.
You can't go to college
come
a
on, you guys.
virgin.
we
guys,
put
you
Joe's
guys-
virginity
okay.
on eBay.
I got some booze. I snuck some booze from my parents, right? And I'm gonna try to get really drunk and get my dick hard, and hopefully it happens at prom.
Yeah, I gotta try to get my dick hard. I just really gotta try really hard.
Can
And
you
I'll
guys
get-
help
maybe,
me?
Maybe
Can
I
you
can
guys
get my
help
dick
me?
hard so I get laid.
Yeah.
Help me get my dick hard, guys. Guys,
No.
get in here. Come on.
all the guys.
Yeah, come on, guys.
Rebecca said she's going to do it with me, but I can't get my dick. You guys.
Who the fuck is Rebecca?
Why Rebecca? Why did that?
I don't
why'd
know.
you
Just
use
a nice
that
name. Who knows?
Just
You
a
know,
nice
or
name.
is there
Pull
somebody?
Rebecca
Is
out
there
of a
somebody in
hat,
your
Joe.
life?
There's something going on there.
Maybe like
Is your
like a
fleshlight named
Monica.
Rebecca?
Somebody Google Rebecca Buckley real fast because I have a feeling.
Well, that was also I had to make sure to choose a name that wasn't
Becky
one of my
Becker.
female cousins.
It's Becky Becker.
Sean, you got to plow through, buddy. You just got to keep
All right,
going.
let's do it. Let's
sorry.
do it. Okay, all right. So she is Josephine. She's still getting undressed. Horny boys are watching her. Cut to it is old nun. Sister Martha is patrolling the halls with a lit camera in hand and a scowl on her cragged face. And she knows something is amiss. Cut back to some slow motion disrobing old timey style. Women wore a lot of underclothes back in the day, so this is taking a while, and it's in slow motion. Just as a spaghetti strap falls off her shoulder, we hear, "Who's there?" there. It's Sister Martha. She has no chill. The boys scatter away like rats in the dark. Josephine is startled. Sister Martha then just barges right in Josephine's room like she owns the damn place with a creepy ass smile on her face while Joe is covering up her indecency. She tells her, "You left the door open. You need to be more mindful. Horny boys and creepy nuns, you know." We got to Josephine. She's kind of unfazed by all this intrusion, just sitting on her bed, admiring the locket featuring a pic of her dead husband, Soldier. She kisses it, says a silent
That's his
prayer.
full name, Dead Husband Soldier.
Yep.
And goes to bed. Cut to the next morning. Birds are chirping. Once again, Sister Martha has no chill and just fucking barges right in the room, invites herself in. Privacy is not a thing in this orphanage while she's still sleeping, and she's nudging her awake, saying it's time for morning mass. And she groggily arises and starts to get ready. If this was me, this is my new job. Like, I'd be like, you guys just barge in my room at any time. Like, this is okay. Like,
It's the Lord's
is
house.
she just
Sorry, I'm drunk. I can't come to midnight. I can't come to morning mass.
To midnight mass.
Midnight morning.
like she's not concerned at all? Like, she just met these people.
Well,
All right, this is like she's family sleeping over during the holidays. Get up, it's time to open presents.
And again,
You know,
this is indicative of the whole movie. This moment has no bearing on anything else. Like, it's not
Nope.
like she's sleepy and therefore she misses stuff. Like, it has nothing to do with anything. Like, I don't know, unless it's just to establish that they're going to a mass, but you don't even need that. Like, so it's so frustrating.
I
It's,
She could have been like, she could have knocked on the door. Hey, time to get up, morning mass.
I kind of took it that they didn't tell her what time mass would be or whatever, so she just barges in and shakes her a little.
yeah, because Joe
Probably
only
the same
understands that
everywhere.
you wake up when mommy gets you up. That's the only time you get up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing else
The
will
only-
wake him.
Joe,
The
it's
only
6
thing that
p.m. on a Wednesday. Time to wake up.
Oh, my candies are done. Thank you, Mommy. Oh,
Joe
give
only
Joey
wakes up
kisses.
when his apnea starts taking him away.
I don't have no, my acne's good. I don't get no acne.
Apnea.
Oh,
Apnea.
Apnea.
Okay.
What's apnea, Joe?
It's sleep apnea. It's whenever you die and you're sleeping, you need like a machine to wake you back up.
You die in your sleep and the machine wakes you up.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one. That's what it does.
Oh my God.
They say a person dies 1,000 times whenever you're, and that's what the snoring is.
Shut up. I hate when he's funny.
Yeah.
I hate it.
We cut to.
Yeah, they also say that you eat 7 spiders a night. So you gotta watch out
Joe,
for
Yeah,
that.
let
that's not
Sean
true.
get
That's
through
not
his
true.
part. We were doing so good for so long.
Okay.
How many spiders do you think exist in an average house where each person in the house is eating 7 a night?
Hey, they're in the walls. They live in there.
I gotta do the math. Hold on.
That's their home as well.
I mean, I know your house is,
How many
plenty of vermin.
7 times 3, 6, 5.
Yeah, how many? What's my spider budget?
2,555 spiders a year.
Jesus.
I think that's about
Wow.
average. Yeah, I think
For
that's
what?
good.
That's-
legs.
That's
How
one
many legs?
person.
That's a lot of
A
thoraxes
family of
getting
5
crunched.
Buckley's go through about 10,000 spiders a year. We
just gotta
do
get you
our
guys
part.
out.
Joe only knows fun facts he reads under Snapple caps.
That's 20. That's 20,440 legs
Thank you, Nick.
That's a lot of legs.
a year.
Yeah.
And God, if only one of them could be a black widow.
Yeah.
Just one.
Or a brown recluse.
Either, yeah.
Who's it?
Got a lily white recluse in that basement.
No, I eat one. I eat one, and then I become Spider-Man, and I get to do all the Marvel movies, and you guys are so jealous.
I wouldn't be jealous because we'd start making some fucking money off your ass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go
that's
make
our way
money.
to get in as
They
a
come, up,
cameo
they come
for
up with
the
a brand new
boys.
one. It's just called Fat
Yeah, you
Spider-Man.
That's
no,
fine.
Joe just needs a team of handlers, and they all need to get paid $100,000 an hour.
Yeah.
That's right.
Hey, if you
An
want me
hour.
on this movie, I'm going to have to bring my production assistants.
And look,
Yeah.
can't. My crew can't work unless they have their anti-spider sleep masks.
Yeah.
That's true.
This is a disaster, Sean. Get us out of here.
Yes. All right. So we cut to our tiny chapel, which looks suspiciously like the lunchroom from earlier. Am I gone?
Oh, no, you are here, and you are absolutely right.
Okay, I did want to complain about this though, because if it's like a Catholic, institution, wouldn't they have like an actual like church to do this? I don't know. I'm not like an orphan in the
Yeah, they'd have a-
tens, but
A chapel of some sort.
yeah, not just like a room.
You
Whatever.
would think.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure
Aren't most like Catholic schools, aren't they also like connected to the local church?
Yeah,
Or is
that's
that
what I mean. I
it's
thought
across the street or something.
yeah, it's there.
Well, this is an orphanage, right? Or is it
Yeah.
a school?
Is it?
It's a little bit of both.
This is a cool
So
place for kids to hang out.
Yeah,
Orphanage University.
The orphanage for naughty
you.
children.
Yeah.
So we're in the tiny chapel. Like I said, looks like the lunchroom from earlier. Pretty sure it is. Church bells are ringing. Everybody's there. The nuns, Josephine, the orphans, Jimmy is hanging out there too. Brown-nosed Ida goes up to the pulpit after whatever sin she was sneaking off to the night before and reads some scripture from the good book of Malachi, which made me wish I was watching Children of the Corn instead. But alas, here we are. And blah, 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 gospel, something about he is coming. Ooh, she finishes her gospel. Everybody says, thanks be to God. Cocky bully kid Jack says it really loud and hard, and it's like awkward. I don't know. I noticed it. Like, dude, it's just thanks be to God. Like, act like you've been there before. No 13-year-old boy is that enthusiastic to say that in church. I've been there. Trust me. Thanks be to God. Thanks be to God.
I would say, like, thanks be to God.
Really got him, Joe.
Oh,
You burned the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost.
yeah. I'll show him. Yeah, that's for making me.
So Ida sits after her speech. The priest stumbles his way up to the pulpit. He's hammered. He's shit-faced. He's schnockered. And the actor is loving his part way too much. He's slurring his shit. He gives a homily. Christmas holiday. You must give thanks. Be good amongst yourselves. Cut to the.
I got to admit, it reminded me of Ryan.
What?
I don't know why. It just reminded me of you.
Hold on a minute. The old shitty Father Timothy with the scraggly hair and the drunken slur remind you of me?
I don't know. I think it's only because if Ryan were doing this part, Ryan would know the type of movie he's making, and that's what you would do.
Well, maybe. If I was thinking of if it was a piece of shit, I'm just gonna goof on.
It just made me miss the days of your plays, Ryan.
All right, well, that's understandable. That's understandable. I gotta get back on the boards.
Let's put Krampus Origins on stage at stage
Let's do
12.
it. We could. You know how easy this would to be as a play? I mean, really.
You're not wrong.
Most of it is just in the same kind of room. So it would be really easy to put most of this movie on. And then the Krampus at the end, you could just have shadow, the lights go down and some steam and fog, and then have the PA tech guy come over the thing. Oh, this is Krampus.
We're going to Broadway with this.
It'd be very easy.
You strike the bowl of porridge, you put up a cross, boom.
Yeah.
You got a chapel.
That's
all they did. That's literally all they did this. So priest, he's hammered up there, and we cut to his audience, and Jimmy's embarrassed. Josephine is shocked. The kids are completely unaffected by this, like they've seen it a billion times. Mother Rafus has seen enough of his shit. She ushers him away, saying he's unwell again. Kind of props him up against the window.
Yeah, she just kind of he's right there up front still.
Yeah. She doesn't put him in the back. He's just still leaning up against her, acting while on camera there. And then she says, be good and good to one another, because Christmas is a time of friends and fellowship. Father Drunkass concurs. Cut to old-timey Model T Ford. I don't know cars. Putting its way back to the front of the orphanage. Damn good-looking car, though. There's this.
Yeah.
It is. It really is. There's a soldier in the back with a folded American flag. Ruh-roh. Cut to classroom at the orphanage. Mind you, it's a one-room classroom. All the kids are in there, age 6 all the way up to 15. Cocky bully is throwing paper or some shit, hamming it up. The 2 chalkboards in the class have the ABCs written across them. It's kind of awkward. The Z doesn't fit, so it's underneath.
Yeah, that bothered me. And I couldn't tell if that was an intentional choice, but if it was, then why? What was the decision that was made there? Or was it that you had these dinky little chalkboards and you just had these little cutout letters and you wanted to put them on there and you just fucked it up that bad? But if that was the case, just don't put them on top of the chalkboard. It just left too many questions. And if you have that, if a decision you made is having the audience ask that many questions, it's not worth it. Just stop doing it. You're gonna piss people off. Anyway,
The Z can't hurt you, Nick.
It was distracting. It was really distracting, and it was memorable too. Like they only had one of these alphabet sets that they went to like the teacher store to get, and whoever the intern, Johnny the intern, was fucked it up. And like, well, shit.
But you wouldn't even have that in 1918. You got think about it. You wouldn't have that. Just you write it on the chalkboard in cursive, as every old nun does.
Yeah.
It's not like they didn't have chalk because it was a chalkboard, and on the chalkboard,
right? You had the means.
She did. Josephine's given a history lesson on the founding fathers or some shit. Where I want to ask Joe, do you know who the founding fathers are? While we're here, Joe.
Okay, it's Mr. Washington, Mr. Franklin, Mr. Orange, Mr. Pink, Mr. Blonde,
Fuck
Mr.
off.
Brown, Mr. White,
We hate you,
Mr. Blue.
Good enough, Joe. So founding fathers written on the board. It's a history lesson. Sister Rafus interrupts the lesson and says she needs to see Joe, who politely excuses herself and leaves. We cut to Josephine walking in and seeing that American soldier with that flag. I got to ask you guys, was it weird and distracting to you that the soldier had like a clean shaved bald head? I mean, I get people shave their head back in the day, but it just seemed like a weird choice to me.
No, I was more distracted by the fact that he walked away with the flag.
Yes.
And then 2 minutes later, we see him hand it to somebody else. That was very frustrating.
Yeah. I don't know. It was weird to me. So she knows what's up already. You can see it in her face. She's acting her ass off. This is probably the scene that she auditioned with, nailed it, and got the part. Her eyes start to well up as she learns that her husband was killed in action by the Germans.
Well,
Mr.
she starts
Clean,
like shaking, like she's like I thought, like, so I'd been I love MacGruber, and I just saw the show, and there's so many moments in the show where like MacGruber just stops dead, shakes and screams at the camera, and I was just expecting her to scream like ah! And it didn't happen, and it was very frustrating. But yeah, it was, I don't know. I mean, she was giving it her all. I don't want to shit on her, but it was just awkward.
Yeah, the moment was there for her to take. You know, Mr. Clean Soldier, he offers his condolences, whatever. He leaves the room. But like he said, he takes the flag with. He takes her dead husband's flag away after just revealing this bombshell of news. Takes the flag and her husband's belongings and walks in the other room. Why he didn't give them to her, I still don't know. That's it for me. I'm done.
I think it's my turn.
And still no Krampus.
Krampus.
We've had everything
Krampus
else in the whole world. We've got orphanages. We've got crazy angry nuns. We've got maybe a witch. We've got bullying. We've got drama of a soldier slain in battle and his wife finding out at her new job. We've had everything in every movie except for a Krampus.
You know
and the
what?
movie is Krampus Origins.
If we were watching the good Krampus, I bet we'd get to see that like cool ass like clown puppet thing by now.
At this point, every Krampus is the good Krampus.
Yeah.
This, I think I complained about this in a different video not too long ago about how there's so many fucking scenes just crammed into this section in the middle of the movie. Normally this happens at the end. It's just back to back to back. I had 10 minutes and I have like 15 scenes in here. It's ridiculous.
I got off pretty easy. Mine was quick.
Yours are always quick.
Great.
No, I mean, nothing happens in mine really.
It's especially difficult because I was not paying attention. I don't know any of these people, but through context clues, here we go. So Jimmy comes in and he greets Lena, right? Lena, the witch. Is she the one who, are we calling her the witch? She does some witchy stuff.
She's the one that gets sick.
Yeah,
she's into all that.
She greets Lena, and she's making something for Mrs. Josephine's nerves. And I'm gonna guess, given the time, probably mercury or some shit.
Morphine.
Yeah, and okay, so this is where I got real frustrated because I listened to the scene probably 6 times. I have no idea what these characters said to each other. I got is tell me all about Stanley Shop, and she responds with no start, got it out, and I don't know what they said. I have no idea. Anyway,
what time is this in the movie?
35 something.
Okay.
When she's in a little room with breakfast machines or whatever. Anyway, next scene. We're in the girls' room and they're all reading books because they don't have phones or video games. Fucking losers. And then the chubby kid, he asked, because he's in there too, she'll be living with us now? And one of the girls says, of course. And then he starts to say that he liked her, but the girls say he don't even know her. But the little girl understands what he means, but I don't even understand what he means.
She's pretty.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess he has he's sweet on Miss whatever. Anyway, next scene. Ida is reading through the Krampus book. Now she sees the window. Oh, sorry. Next scene. Now we see Miss Josephine, and she's crying in bed. And Lena comes in with the tea with the mercury in it, and with the drunk father character. And now next scene. That was pretty much it. I might be truncating these a little too much, but I don't think so. Let's
you're not.
Let's cover some ground.
Yeah, let's keep it moving.
So next scene, Ida is reading the book with I don't know if we've even seen this character, Billy, but he's just some horny boy. He's looking for some affection, but she won't stop it with the fucking book.
Okay, so I was confused. I thought that was Virgil at first.
Yeah, they kind of look the same.
Well, this boy they refer to as just some like town boy.
Yeah, it's the Miller's boy.
Yeah, I missed that part, but whatever.
You're telling me that you stopped paying attention at certain points?
Me? No.
Me no.
You're gonna miss the symbolism. So you're gonna miss it.
Yeah,
we'll get to all Origins is really about.
So she's talking about some ancient writing, and she's got another book of ancient alphabets. Conveniently found that one. And apparently she swiped them. And she's made a breakthrough, and she starts to babble on some nonsense words, and the book starts to glow, and he calls her a witch. And this seems like a compliment because she says, "Really think so?"
Yeah, I laughed at that.
Fine. Then we start to see in Predator vision the boy being chased down our modern street by our modern house or modern building, and then see it chasing her too in the same Predator vision. And then we see her getting dragged under something, whatever it is.
Can somebody explain to me what we're witnessing here and what comes out of it? Because I'm so lost.
You mean the book?
The boy, and is the boy Krampus?
Yeah. He's a mischievous boy who becomes a big dope man.
Yeah, well, we haven't seen the little boy yet.
Well, but so like I was confused when we got the Predator vision, but then we get the tiny boy.
Yeah,
like where is the boy a real boy or a fake boy?
No, because we see him transform.
Yeah, I think he can do that at any point.
Okay, so it's just a choice. Okay, because I didn't connect the dots there. I was a little confused.
It was we saved a bunch of money by just having that little boy for days.
Mean boys can also be creatures.
Yeah,
we only had that little boy for a few days.
Now we're at Lena, and she hears some shit, and she goes outside, and she finds the book. Next scene, the nun finds a dopey little kid just standing outside, not a thought in his little head.
Nope.
And it's
dumb
such
as
a
the day is long.
It's such a hard cut moment where it's like, all of a sudden this is a new thing that the convent has to deal with, or the church or whatever.
There's a boy now.
Yeah.
You think we lost a boy, and then we found a boy.
Oh, basically just as good.
Sure.
Next scene. We're at breakfast, and the kids are all talking shit about the strange little boy. Because he's a fucking weirdo. No one likes him. Also, there's the gossip is no one can find Ida, and she was out with some little boy playing it fast and loose. The mean boys harass the little kid, the new weird fucking dopey kid. And then the nun comes in and she's like, follow me. And then next scene, the widow, our Josephine, she picks up the phone and she asks the operator to connect with the train station. And the train man tells her, well, it's Christmas Eve, man. You just missed all the trains. You're stuck. So fuck that.
Mr. Anderson.
Uh-huh. Missed it until after the holidays. So anyway, next scene. Lena is now reading from the book. And she says something about Krampus. But before we get there, next scene. Lena, no, wait. Now we're in the nun's office, and the nun is interrogating the little boy.
Who are you? What's your name? What are you doing here? You got a bomb?
What are you doing here?
I was
Where are you from?
Interrogating this boy.
Yeah.
You Krampus, are you Krampus?
Well, the little boy reveals that his name is Nicholas, and I can relate. And she says, "What's your last name, boy?" And he says, "It's just Nicholas," and he has no last name.
This is the story. This is Santa Claus origins.
Yeah.
And that boy grew up to be Saint Nicholas.
Last name would have been
Nicholas Kringle.
He had a belly that jiggled like a bowl full of jelly.
Yeah, why don't you jiggle your belly for us?
Yeah.
How many bowls of jelly did you eat over
Do the
holidays,
truffle
Joe?
shuffle.
Oh my God! Look at that thing flopping up and down.
Oof.
Oh, it's jingling. All the keys he ate.
Yeah. I was eating a bucket of pennies before I got.
Looks like a fucking map.
Next scene. Lena comes in and she's freaking out, and she comes in and is warning of a great danger that she read in the book, I guess. And at this point, the boy. Oh, she sees the boy.
Oh, the boy.
And she passes out.
Yeah.
Because seeing that boy was too much. Ugh. And then she doesn't wake up. We see her infirmed in bed. And that's pretty much it. And there you go.
Josephine heads upstairs where she bumps into Sister Rufus. She wants to stay busy to keep her mind off her dead husband until she can get the fuck out of there. Rufus suggests she help decorate the Christmas tree. What the fuck? Oh, Trevor's having hot poopies.
I knew it. I knew it was diarrhea.
Fuck you, Trevor, man. You should be shitting right in front of us so we could shame you. Anyways, on her way downstairs, Josephine bumps into Nicholas, and he starts asking her like very awkward, insensitive questions about why she's crying. And like, it's like if this movie, if this script, if this director had any sense, the editor had any sense of fucking pacing, this is a moment you want to linger on, that you want to add some awkward moments of silence and stuff like that, because it's a great gimmick what they're doing here, which is basically he's like, why are you crying? Is it because of your dead husband? And like, why would he know that? Didn't he die in a war? But why would you cry? Because soldiers die all the time. And like, just weird, creepy shit. This is where you start doing the slow Dutch tilt as you push in. And nothing. It's just like, why is he cry? Why you cry? You guys got your dead husband and a Navy Army. Who cares? Fuck the police. And she's like,
I want to play Pong.
And she takes off and she
cry.
She
You're right,
walks
though, man.
around
That could have been one of those huge moments that like
he's burning in hell, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like if as she was leaving, like he grabbed her arm and it was like way too hard, and like he said that he's burning in hell. Like that would have been great.
Yeah, the way this kid does it, he's just like some little shitty neighbor boy. Like, is your husband dead?
Mr. Wilson.
Who's Mr. Wilson?
From the Dennis the Menace.
The dentist, the mentist.
Yeah, the dentist menace. He keeps taking
Dentist,
the boy's
mentist?
teeth.
He's a mentalist and a dentist.
Dentist, mentist. I love it.
An NBC. Patricia Arquette is the dentist mentist.
Okay. Anyways, Josephine leaves. As Nick said, next scene. It just keeps moving. We're with Bram, who's following Adelia. They stop in front of the pastor's office, and she says, "Hey, you stay here, and you gotta look out." And he's like, "What? I thought we were looking for Henrietta." And she's like, "Shh, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I got this." And then she sneaks into the old dirty bastard's office and takes the book of Krampus from his desk. Back to Josephine. She is hanging out with the decorating kids, and they're asking dumb questions about how Santa's so fat he can't get down their chimney and crap like that. But anyways, one of the girls that she's decorating with brings up Ida. She's concerned about Ida, yada, yada, yada. And then Nicholas walks in, but is immediately tripped by Virgil. Now, I don't know I'm sure this has happened already, but there are moments throughout this movie where I don't want to call it action, but something happens in front of the camera, and they cut to like 3 to 8 different angles over the course of half to 2 seconds. And like this boy gets tripped, but in none of these shots do you clearly see what's happening. It's not like they got an insert shot of Jake or Virgil's legs, whoever did it, and then him getting tripped over or anything like that. It's just like all of a sudden a body falls into the shot, and they cut to 3 different angles. It's so confusing and frustrating. But anyways, he gets tripped by Virgil. Virgil makes some threat, about him, and the girls are like, "Separate, stop it, knock it off." Like an ancient nun is in there too, making some noise. But anyways, Jack, who I didn't realize that was his name, I wrote him down as stretched out smug shitfuck. He pulls Virgil out of the room. So Adelia and Bram hide in her room with the salmon dress girl, who I realized was Henrietta. That's how I originally wrote her. Adelia reads through the book, and she's like reading through some spells and stuff like that. There's like a comedy bit or something where she's like, how to restore someone's sense of smell. Ugh. And like, that's not gross. Like, in fact, it actually sounds like a decent, Nick needs that because he doesn't have it. But anyways, she finds a spell to awaken someone from an unnatural sleep. You need 1 part rosemary, 1 part sage, 1 part lavender, and 1 tail of a needful creature. Now, this is an interesting moment in the movie. It takes a bit of a bizarre turn. All 3 of the characters turn towards the camera and in unison say, "1 tail of a needful creature, ? And then they reach for the camera and they say, "Please present your sad penis, Joe Buckley."
No, that would not be a tail of a needful creature. That absolutely not.
You were buying
There's
in there
too
for a
much
bit.
skin.
Joe has an uncircumcised penis.
No,
but
they took my foreskin away
The
from me.
foreskin is like 3 inches long.
I wasn't allowed to have one.
Okay.
Well, Bob Buckley got confused and they circumcised his balls.
He just has
So
exposed.
they're always
testicles.
exposed.
Yeah.
They're always exposed. It's like when you cut open a baseball.
They just slowly peeled away several layers of the skin, so it's like translucent. So there's something there holding it in, but it's very translucent. Okay, anyways.
Yeah.
No, none of that happens. Nothing to do with Joe's penis. Instead, Bram suggests that they get a rat from the back house. He says there's a lot of rats there, so him and Adelia take off. We cut to Jimmy fucking hacking the fuck out of a decent cut of meat. Like, there's a great piece of meat right there, and he's just... like, as if this man has never held a knife in his life. It was very frustrating. Also, he's doing it, like, half-heartedly, like he was practicing before the director said action, and then all of a sudden the director says, "Cut, we got it." He's like, "What? I was just kind of doing this." It was so confusing. I apologize. I don't know who this actor is, this Jimmy guy. Jimmy, you need to find something else to do, bud. This is not for you. Like, every time you were in a scene, you took me out of the moment completely, and there was a lot taking me out, but it was like you put me on a roller coaster and just pushed me off the edge. Like,
that's why I like Jimmy. That's why I like Jimmy, because he took me out of the world of the movie, and I went on that journey with Jimmy. Because when Jimmy looked disappointed, I was already disappointed. So what wrong with it?
I guess you had a part to play, Jimmy. But anyways, Father Tim comes in, and he offers, and I hope, Ryan, you start utilizing this, because again, this is part of what reminded me of him. he offers Jimmy a drop of the creature, which is a parlance I've never heard before, and I loved it.
I like that.
Yeah. He
I
says,
like
"Hey
that.
Jimmy,
You
how
want
about a drop of the creature?" Excellent, loved it. So anyways,
I like that. Yeah.
Jim. Okay, again, to Nick's credit, this fucking what the fuck are you eating right now?
My
You got
lady
delicious
brought
food
me-
again.
She brought me
Is it delicious though? Do you know?
a care package.
Hold it up. Hold it up.
It's
Let's see.
What the fuck? A
What
cookie,
is this?
cheeses, gummy bears.
It's a slice of a chocolate orange.
Did you bring enough for
That-
the class, Nicholas?
That's called the Buckley platter right there.
Yeah.
Cheez-Its, crackers, fruit snacks.
Sarah is
fruits.
too good to you.
Solid
This just
spread.
means that she took an edible and is exploring the kitchen.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Okay. But back to my point about what Nick was saying about the scenes just moving and moving. This is very important. Tim offers Jimmy a drop of the creature. Jimmy says it's too early for him. It's the morning. This is a new day. It's the morning. The father's like, well, okay, fine. And he takes a big chug. Rafus walks in. Father tries to hide the drink, and Rafus is like, blah, 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 forget the pageantry. And so he's like, all right, fuck it. Takes it back out, takes a huge swig. And then Rafus asks Jimmy to go to town and ask about Ida. Where's Ida? She's always with that boy. See if she's with that boy. And she alludes to her own past, like very against type for this Nurse Ratchet. Like she's basically like, I was young once and I fucked around too. I don't know. And Father Tim is like, whoa, and he takes another swig. And then we cut back to the decorating bunch. Nicholas is sitting at a table scowling. That old ass nun comes in, and she tricks the girls into going to bed because she's like, "Ooh, Rudolph's on the roof." And then she's just like, "Oh, fucking Nicholas, get the fuck up! Like, go upstairs." And so he does. We're back to Adelia, Bram, and the Salmon Girl. They've collected their ingredients. Adelia is finishing crushing them in the mortar with a pestle, and then they just get up and leave. Then we cut to mid-conversation, Jimmy on the stairs talking with Rafus. And it's nighttime. It is nighttime. Less than 2 minutes ago, it was the morning, and he's tasked with a mission. Like, for fuck's sake, this matters. This shit matters. Like, it didn't have, like, basically, we're in the final night at this point. So it's like, just have the scene where Rafus tasks Jimmy to go by saying it's dusk. Like, it's the script's fault. Fuck the script. But it was very frustrating. So anyways, he's talking with Rafus. He's like, I'm back. And again, this is the Jimmy actor. He's like, I don't know. Like, I looked around. I asked around. Like, I talked to the dad of the boy, and he didn't know. And it's been like a day since they've seen him. And then he says something like, I guess I could go back out and expand my search and like go to some other towns. And Rafus, like, I almost wish she was like pissed off and like, nope, don't worry about it. It's Christmas. We just have a missing kid. But fuck it, right, Jimmy? Why don't you come open your presents early? But
She can go live in
love
the
this bedroom.
gutters.
But she's not even upset. She's like, you know what? It's Christmas. Like, just come back. We've got a lost orphan. Like, so anyways, okay, we're back to the Amateur Alchemy Club. They're stressing because their little potion didn't work. We have no context for what they're doing. We keep cutting to them after they've done things. And so, like, oops, whatever it was didn't work. So now we're starting to freak out. And then Henrietta is like, and then this is going to happen. We're going to get this. And then the old nun's going to find us and blah, blah, blah. And then Adelia just turns to her and shouts, I know. But it has like all this reverb behind it. Like they layered her audio. It was, I fucking get it. Okay, back to Josephine. She's sitting on the side of her bed. She kisses a stack of letters from her husband. She grabs a locket. She clutches it. We're done. We cut to an ominous shot of a hallway. We see Sister Ancient. She's walking from room to room with a candle. She sees Bram is in his bed, and she asks stretched out smug shitfuck where he could be, and he fucking rats him out. He's like, I don't know, but maybe check Adelia and Henrietta's room. Back to the Amateur Alchemy Club. They hear Sister Ancient walking down the hall going, oh, hello, Bram, don't be in the girls' room. They Scooby-Doo immediately. Everything's gone. They're hiding somewhere in there. But they forgot like a rag with a bloody dead rat inside wrapped up in it on the floor. The most important thing. They left that, and Sister Ancient's petrified.
Maybe the orphans just got hungry. The gruel wasn't enough for them.
Could be. But anyways, we're back
Yeah,
to
Dave
Josephine.
Grohl wasn't enough.
Josephine's in bed. She's holding the amulet. That's it. We then cut to Nicholas in his bed, stretched out smug shit fuck, and Virgil walk into his room and get spooked by his eyes opening. Sister Ancient catches the Amateur Alchemy Club doing some spooky business over Lena. There's a scream from upstairs. She immediately leaves. Lena wakes up, grabs the girls, and she says, "Stay with me, girls." And then Rafus and Sister Ancient sneak around a hall, and they're like, "It sounded like it was Jack and Virgil. It sounds like it was Jack and Virgil." And then that's it.
All right, I think that's me. Open up my docs.
Oh God, not even ready.
No, okay. So, Ida is able to, Lena is able to use her weird witch magic to cast spells. So the children form a circle and chant, "Spirits of light, shield us from the darkness." A weird CGI orb appears above them, but she says to ignore it and keep chanting. The Krampus's red fog won't be able to get them this time. Josephine is sleeping in her bed when her dead husband comes to her and tells her that they're in danger. He says that she can still save the children, and the amulet will protect her. She goes exploring and sees most of the adults are dead. Seems like their life of prayers really helped them out.
Gotta throw the commentary in there.
Father Timothy is dying from red paint on his head and tells her that a demon is taking...
Yeah, you can.
He says that a demon is taking the children into the Inferno.
I'm interjecting.
Oh, okay.
Trevor's back.
I am.
Are we sure that his name is not Father Jimothy?
I am
It's
positive.
Timothy in the credits.
It's Tim in the credits. I'm sorry.
But did anyone else hear Jimothy?
Yeah.
Mr. Jimothy.
No, I get it. I get where you're coming from.
I thought that was too stupid, but then I just kept hearing it.
Well, guess again, buddy.
Okay, whatever the fuck. I don't care.
But yeah, I'm back. I'm back from my frequent trips to the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
This movie and
I want to say, and I also want to say right now, Trevor comes back, but Tyler's gone and Sean's gone. This podcast has turned into
yeah, everybody's up and about.
People. This episode, especially, people are like, all right, I'll be back. I'll be back at 10, 15.
I know.
I'm gonna go make
right, Joe,
pizza. I think.
Just speed through.
Okay, I can do that.
Get through.
We're getting there.
So he croaks before he can tell her how to help them. Lena asks Josephine where she got the amulet and tells her it will be their weapon against the Krampus. Suddenly, she gets shaky cammed out of the bedroom, and Bram gets his hand burned by the old Home Alone spicy hot door handle trick.
Get the hot knob.
Yeah. Krampus
Just Joe's brain is it's always fascinating to me.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to get the spicy
he sees
door
literal
handle.
hot, like molten hot, like red hot piece of metal. He thinks spicy.
Yeah.
Krampus has a stick that's on fire and goes on a boring monologue. To make it short, he says that the fairies locked him away in the book, but Ida set him free.
Are you skipping over his transformation into
Yes.
from a boy to a monster?
Yeah, but I mean, I said that like earlier that like the boy can transform at will. But yeah, no, the boy does transform into like a big.
We have to know that.
Okay.
Yeah. We finally get Krampus.
Okay. Yes. So Krampus is there. He's got like a big stick. He's got like a weird like dollar store mask.
Nick's got something to say.
Well, you gotta kind of set the idea of, because this isn't a Krampus you've ever seen before. This is a Krampus who looks like a villain from Power Rangers, and Rita Repulsa is about to make him grow like real big. That's what he looks like.
Uh-oh. Yeah. That's dangerous.
Oh, God. I thought you came down with a plate of milk and cookies.
It's jerky.
But he's got the new style. Caroline, speaking of hot poopies, I've been fighting off that Little Caesars I bought today in a moment of desperation.
What'd you buy?
I had Little Caesars. It was a bad choice.
Nice.
Oh.
It was
Nice,
delicious. Bro. It was delicious, but I remember why I don't eat them.
You know their slogan. It's lukewarm and ready in 20.
That's sure. That's it.
that was the same line your mom used on your dad
No,
The Grand Ridge
no.
days, circa
Hold on,
85.
honey. I just got to get hard.
It's lukewarm and ready.
I masturbate in my hands, so I'll stick my fingers in you to make a baby.
All the Buckleys have to get, they always have to say, hold on, gotta get hard.
Yeah.
Hold on, give me a
Well, I
minute.
gotta look at some
Give me-
porno first.
Give me 20 minutes.
They call it the old splint dick.
So,
All right, Joe.
he says that he's taking the children, and everyone makes his power stronger. He killed the adults to punish them, and there's nothing to do to stop him. Then he fires a Hadouken at the ground. Yeah, that's my section.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's the end. All right. Well,
There
at
we go.
long last.
Bringing up that Krampus tail.
That's right. Okay. Excuse me. So the kids and Miss Lena start doing a spell prayer circle thing, or I'm sorry, Lena is doing this, reading this thing off in the book, but it's not working. It's not powerful enough. The doorknob is getting the effect to indicate its hazardousness is like lessening, I guess, like the spell's breaking. They all join hands and start chanting, and it works. And they can now leave the room. The knob is now just a regular doorknob. Then we come back to Krampus and Josephine. She says, "So what is it you're waiting for?" And he says, "Foolish mortal, so eager to die." Then the kids all run on screen and they get settled on their marks. And then Miss Lena says, she reveals that Krampus can't hurt Josephine because she is the bearer of the amulet.
After a pause, she
yes.
literally slides in and she's like mugging, like, ah.
Yeah. And you can see the Bram actor, he's looking down and he's got to be looking at his mark because he's looking and he's looking over. You can kind of see him look over at her a little bit. It's funny. But yeah, there's a pause, there's a beat, everyone's settled. Okay, and action. And then you can't hurt her. She's a ring bearer, or amulet bearer. Krampus says, "This is true. You, on the other hand," and he uses his hot stick, does a big magic Krampus spell, and kills Lena. And maybe another character. I feel like there's two people that die in that scene.
Henrietta.
But
One gets
Henrietta, yes.
absorbed into his staff. The other one gets
Yes.
lit on fire.
yeah, and Lena is the one that's lit up, and she's like a fucking corpse. She's all burnt. I don't know. Oh shit! I just lost my spot. Hang on, let me get back here.
When Scooby and the gang bolts out of there.
Yeah, and then they basically just leave. Adelia uses the amulet to open the door. I guess, did he lock down everything and I just have forgotten?
the doorknob.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, he said
Yeah,
the spice. He called
but
it a hot doorknob
this is
spicy.
they've already gotten out of that room though.
Oh,
I'm wondering if they did all of them.
This one has like a big bucket of paint like on top of
on
it, so if they
top,
open
yeah.
the door, they're gonna get paint on them.
Yeah, because Adelia needed the amulet to open the door apparently, but they never really say why. It doesn't matter. So they run outside and like exactly half of the building is on fire.
In this moment, I don't know why this is probably the most frustrating part of the movie, but for me personally, but there's like a weird jump cut in the middle of them like talking,
Mhm.
and I didn't like it just
give
because.
me the timestamp.
As soon as they step out of the outside watching the fire, I have no idea.
Like they're outside.
Yeah, they're like watching it. They're like, I don't know, taking a moment to catch their breath. And there's just like a little jump cut. Like it's same camera, but they just like jump ahead. And it just pissed me off.
Oh God, I'm sorry. I should not have eaten that Carolina Reaper jerky.
Yeah, how you feeling?
Oh,
You
look
were-
at it right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's
Where'd
doing
you
it
get
now to make
Where'd
it
you get that?
Oh, I
interesting.
ate all of it. I ate the whole bag. It's empty.
Oh,
You
Hey.
sucked it up like
Yeah.
Kirby.
God,
My
do you
mouth
have a
is
drink?
so wet. Yeah, but it's piss.
Oh, it's hot.
Well,
piss,
the
too.
water's not going to help you. Yeah, it's just going to
It's
spread
Krampus
the
piss.
capsaicin around. You need milk.
Some Krampus milk.
Well,
Got any ice cream over there?
I do. But I want to ride this out. I'm a glutton.
Yeah,
punishment.
do that.
all right,
Do that
all right.
after
Bringing
me.
extra heat into Krampus. origin.
Yeah, I stepped out for a second. How deep did you guys go into the actual Krampus?
Not very.
Yeah.
It was Joe's section. What do you expect?
Joe kind of skipped over the whole
Oh.
feel of the character.
Hey,
Yeah.
people were saying they want it fast. I gave it to you hard and fast.
No, you gave it to us soft and okay.
Loose
Well,
and
hey, that's not
sloppy.
bad. That's a medium review.
It's a medium review.
Yeah,
They
Joe,
get
do the voice.
outside.
Do the voice, Joe. Do the voice, Joe, real fast. You didn't do the
Let's
voice.
hear it.
I'm a Krampus. Don't just be nice. You could go to a Krampus cave.
You're not even trying. That's
that
not what he
was-
sounded like.
Apologies.
Try and do his voice, for real. Try and do that deep voice. Come on.
Apologies.
What is it?
Where is this set?
Arizona territory.
The Arizona territory.
Okay.
Yeah, Tucson. She's from
Very
Tucson.
convenient, very convenient. Because the whole time I'm like, where's the fucking snow? Give me in that Christmas spirit.
Nope.
Okay, makes more
Not
sense.
gonna
now.
happen.
It's in Father Timothy's desk.
Yeah, it's a Christmas spirit right there. They're outside in the woods now. Josephine can read ancient runic German. And she opens a she opens the book and just reads it. Just plain old
She's
reads
educated.
it. And she reads Krampus Origins. I didn't write down. Yeah. I didn't
It was
write
a
down the whole
novelization.
thing. Yeah. Basically he's from the fairies in some effect, and they figure out how to banish him. While this is happening, he's caught up with them, and he zaps Bram and Adelia very quickly, almost off screen. So then it's down to just Josephine, and she reads the thing, and Krampus tries to attack her, but she's got this weird force field around her that like absorbs his magic. She can't be hurt. Krampus is then sucked up inside the book, and everyone killed by him is returned.
Except for the one that got
That he-
burned to death.
Yeah, except for the ones that he really killed. See, he
Yeah.
kind of killed some people, and then he actually killed the
It's like the Infinity Stones. You know,
adults.
if they're snapped, they're
Yeah.
coming back.
Listen, Vision's dead. Natasha's dead.
Yep.
Everybody else, they're back.
The Iron Buck, dead.
Yeah, Iron Buck's there. He got all the hot sauce packets
Mr.
on his
Director,
hands.
I don't feel so good. And then he dissolves into
Kill
shit.
my people.
No.
What?
No.
Mr. Director,
Get out of this food. Joe, you're done. You're off the podcast right now. Go.
Damn.
Go.
unplug Tyler, unplug his shit. You
Go.
can. He's in
Bye.
your house.
What's your review? Real quick, Joe. What's the
Life
level
support.
of Malevolent?
I'm calling
Which
for
is
the
it?
house.
His
Then you're
life
done.
support.
I don't know how to.
Can you mute just
Just
his
hit him.
feet
Just
somehow?
hit him. He's in your room. Just hit him.
Oh.
There we go.
Now he's just gotta
He's gone.
scream.
We're not playing around with that. There's your Krampus.
Hey,
There's your Christmas devil coming back to you.
Yeah, that's that Reaper. Oh, look at him hovering behind you.
Joe, I just farted. Get out of here, man. I
Cam.
admitted you back in, you fucking clown.
Okay.
Yeah, go
Jesus
sit
Christ!
down.
The moment his camera's off, he looks for the next one.
Yeah.
I don't
He's a
exist.
fiend.
I
not-
need to exist.
There's
I'm not
CCTV
broadcasting.
of Joe just standing out on the streets next to a McDonald's, just
Just
staring.
looking,
right
just looking straight into it. Just
If
yeah.
I'm not on camera, I don't exist.
It's like with a deer in headlights. Joe, it's just with a camera lens. He sees a camera. I'm on.
Ooh, director,
I'm an
director,
actor
director.
now.
I'm an actor. You don't know actors.
I'm just
myself.
picturing Bob and Julene sitting on the edge of the bed naked. They were about to film their little porno, but instead they just stare at the lens for 7 hours, like moths to a
Until the-
light.
Yeah, and then the alarm goes off. Oh God! What? Oh Jesus! What time is it?
Imagine
Not
Joe's
again.
brother-in-law and his
Not another day.
disappointment. We're gonna make a hot video, honey, and then she just.
God.
Just quivering.
What would that sound like, Joe?
Oh
You've done that
Jesus!
before. Who was that supposed to be? Your sister making love?
Yeah. That's
No,
my
that's-
sister
that's
in the
when Joe-
process of getting fucked.
That's when Joe
That's
fucks
the-
his rubber chicken.
That's the sound that his little penis makes when it gets hard.
That's why I don't let it hard. That's why I don't let it get hard.
That's why I don't let it hard.
It just makes that crinkling sound because it's starting to like a
Hey,
crinkle
we-
bag that you blow
We
air
might
to.
be we might be able to beat 2 hours. We might be able to do it, guys.
So
I don't know
the
about
fucking
that.
Krampus magnifies and zaps a guy, and then it says the end and the credits roll.
I mean, that's not. There's barely anything more than that.
Yeah.
Who cares?
They're all come back. Henrietta leads. Henrietta leads them back to the school. Joe, Adelia, and Bram bury the book in the woods. They set up a sequel. What if someone else finds it? Well, that's not for us to. Whatever. Joe says a few words over Sister Lena's grave. Then we cut to the bullies come to apologize to Bram after they found out he was helping them. They want to be friends now. Bram agrees. Back at the graves. Adelia brings some flowers. Joe jokes about the dead people that just fucking died and reveals that her husband Patrick was also killed recently. This scene is very long for no reason. Joe gives her the amulet since it belongs to a young girl that understands magic, and the end.
Yeah.
Incredibly abrupt.
And Bram doesn't stutter anymore.
Oh yeah, Bram has been
Remember
cured
that?
of his stutter.
Yeah.
I had
After
this theory.
he got snapped, his stutter was gone.
I had this theory that it wasn't going to Krampus Land that cured Bram's stutter. It was that the actor forgot about it halfway through filming. Like, well, we'll just put one line in there at the end.
I thought that they were going to do a thing where that kid is actually the devil now. And
Yeah,
that's
so
why,
he wouldn't
because why would
stutter.
you
He's
add that in?
Krampus. Yeah.
I don't know, but no, nothing creative.
He was cured.
Yep. Sure.
Also, Krampus
Just
doesn't.
got his character.
Krampus does nothing Krampusy. I'm not gonna pretend to know all the lore about actual Krampus and
Well,
whatever.
he doesn't do anything though. He doesn't punish. Well, I guess he punishes the kids.
If the first thing you do after being locked away for hundreds of years, I don't know how long, is expound upon your own origin, then you don't even deserve to exist, Dick.
He's been practicing that whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Krampus likes to hit
day.
people with sticks. That's the main thing. He likes
One
whacking.
day I'll be out of this prison, and then they will hear my story.
I don't. Man, I thought.
I'll get you, Gadget.
I thought Krampus was like. It reminded me. I don't know how much Nintendo 64 you guys played, but it's like if you get the big boss in like a bad RPG.
Yeah.
And they only have so much animation budget. Like that was Krampus to me. Because he could only lift up his like right arm up and down and kind of bend from the waist a little bit. Maybe
he moves
move
in
his left
slow-mo
leg forward.
exclusively.
And I was getting a very strong, what is it? What was the character in the Justice League? Well, he's in both Justice League movies, but the
Steppenwolf.
Joss Whedon one, Steppenwolf.
Yeah.
I was getting a weird Steppenwolf vibe. I mean, that's he's more Steppenwolf than he is Monster. So if you're picturing in your head the classic Krampus, no, picture more of the Steppenwolf.
The 2017 Steppenwolf.
Yeah, the real crappy one.
The bad
He's
one.
got the horns, but it's like a helmet with the glowing eyes.
And he needs to put the children in a bag. The real Krampus uses a bag.
It was like if you made a costume of Sauron, but you had never seen the movies. It was just based off of the book.
Yeah, like
that's
this looks
what he looks like.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Absolutely, Nick.
So I'm doing a deep dive here on our team, and Joseph. I didn't gonna fuck up his last name. It's Mbah. Joseph Mbah. Look, I'm on his IMDb. This guy, he looks like a hustler. He looks like a Justin Price out there making movies and all this stuff. I'm gonna give you the credit here, Joseph. And the writer looks like an older guy. This Robert Conway. Actually, that name sounds familiar. Have we watched something else he's done?
It's possible. It's Uncorked.
He's an Uncorked guy. He could just be one of the.
He could be Mr. Uncorked. But anyways, Joseph, no wonder, because fucking isn't Justin Price Uncorked? Yeah, so that makes so much sense.
Yeah.
I appreciate the fact that you guys. I hope that you're doing this for a living and you don't have another fucking full-time job. If that's the case, good for you. I appreciate that. But for fuck's sake, go to Mr. Uncorked and tell him to stop making this fucking shit, because all of the movies on Joseph's IMDb are these high concept Battlefield 2025 with alien ships, Genesis alien ships. They look like these hard action movies, Alien Sniperus, dude, you guys are probably spending $100,000, $200,000 on these movies. Stop it. Make a comedy. Make a comedy for $200,000 that's just set in a suburb. Do something fun. Not to say that making movies isn't fun, but do something more that more people are going to want to watch. Because Krampus Origin, I'm turned off now. I don't want to watch anything else you've done, Joseph. Yeah. I'm over it. And it's like,
Yeah.
I know that you're probably doing this on a contract, and maybe this could be your day job. You are Uncorked Junior, but fuck, man, you deserve better than this. Like, the movie was competent to a degree.
Yeah. There
Okay,
was a
hold on a second.
classiness to it.
I'm gonna take a step back here.
I was gonna say
I am gonna call somebody out here.
Uh
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Joe Buckley.
No.
I'm not proud of this because normally I wouldn't want to do this, but like, and I hope that this was a novice, maybe one of their first times doing this. I'm looking, Brandon Rip, buddy, the sounds fucking sucked on this movie. What happened, Brandon?
yeah,
What
Brandon.
happened? Like, bud, call me if you need some better equipment or something. But like, you needed to you put the headphones on all the way and listen to this shit. But when I said competent, I mean like visually it's fine. It was probably shot on a red with like a pretty basic lens and things like that. It doesn't look terrible except for the production design and a lot of other shit. It could have been worse, but it's just I don't know. I'm like, when people get frustrated about like, well, I don't want to watch any more Marvel $200 million movies. Why don't they make like the fucking $10 million movies? Like, it goes both ways. A lot of money's getting spent on shit like this because who's watching this on Tubi? Who's doing this?
It's people like us looking for a goof. That's what it is. It's people that want to watch the shitty Krampus movies.
But even if you're looking for a goof or a shitty movie, this is going to be so disappointing.
Yeah.
'Cause when you're looking for
Yeah.
This kind of movie, you don't make it through. The only people making it to the end is us.
Yeah, because you have a part. I would have turned this off within 10 minutes.
Okay,
If
Trevor
I-
said
you
in
know.
the chat, Uncorked has made a comedy movie,
At
Crappy
least one.
Mother's Day. We're gonna watch it. Let's watch
Yeah,
it.
we have
Oh,
to.
okay.
We have. for
Because I'm
Mother's Day.
curious, is it about a Mother's Day that doesn't go well, or is it about
Three
crappy
generations.
mothers?
I got you right
having a
here,
day?
Ryan. Right here, buddy. 3 generations of women attempt to celebrate Mother's Day, but things go sour from the start. We discover quickly that things are not quite right with this family. There's the gruff father, a domineering grandmother, wacky middle-aged uncles, and a grandpa who is buried in the backyard. The celebration ends quickly when a shocking secret that was kept from everyone for years is now revealed. So I guess this could be, well, it says comedy, and the other ones are, oh, God. Oh, yeah, this is a comedy. I started the trailer.
Yeah.
Put it
Yeah,
on the
okay.
calendar for May 2022.
Yeah, we'll watch.
Yeah, we got
Mother's
to,
Day.
Tyler.
I make a big fucking deal out of saying put your money elsewhere, so I got to.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got to. All right, well, there you go. There
You
it
gotta
is.
fork over the $9.99 for the Blu-ray.
Mm.
that's right.
You want to know what I just heard, Joe?
That Reaper's coming for you.
Oh, man.
Good Lord, got cleared out.
It's coming out my Carolina.
Hey,
Oh, Joe's eyes are burning.
good. Punish him.
I can
It's
forget
like you
Joe's
walked
in the
through.
room too.
Yeah.
All right, so there you go. Krampus Origins on a scale from malevolent to benevolent. Trevor, since you're the one who shat this out for us, what do you got? What do you got for it?
Oh, I can't, fellas. I'm not gonna beat around the bush and pretend like I like this because it's my pick. I hate this movie. Like I said, I wanted to play as close to the rules as possible. And that bit me in the ass because this fucking sucked. And honestly, probably by the numbers, I wonder how I would have fared picking that other movie and technically not gotten my naughty no-nos or whatever they're called. I wonder how.
Well, you'd have had a benevolent
would've
for
been.
me because I've seen it.
Yeah. But yeah, it's Malevolent. I'm never going to watch again. There's no point. Yeah. Let's see. How about little Joseph Robert Buckley? What did you think?
I think this is a new category of Malevolent. It goes in the sleepy category. So like if you need to get to sleep, like you got like a big important meeting tomorrow, and like you really need to go to sleep, yeah, then maybe you should throw this on.
This is the one.
Yeah, it's a movie that inspires yawn.
Not wrong.
Yawns. Sure. So Malevolent then.
Oh yeah, but a sleepy Malevolent.
Jans Buckley. He came
see
over
when,
here
Sean-
150 years ago and
Yeah, Joe.
landed in Grand
so-
Ridge, started the family.
Trevor.
What? I'm sorry.
I thought there was some clever endgame here. I thought you were tanking for my benefit so we could both brothers against Festicul take down Festicul, but I know now that was not the case, and I'm severely severely disappointed in you. And I've never said that before in my life. And it pains me a little bit to say it. That being said, I never want to watch this again, but it is going to live with me forever. And I kind of don't like you for that. Because I found myself in the office today. I was like,
Sean,
hey,
I don't want to freak you out, but
check your emails.
Sean, Nicholas is right behind you. He's coming for you.
What?
Nicholas,
Look behind you.
Krampus Nicholas.
Oh my god.
There's a sleeper agent, a tiny sleeper agent behind Sean.
I have been just,
Just in your own world, in malevolent land.
I've somehow warped into the orphanage of Krampus origins.
You're
And
broadcasting through time.
little children all around. Oh no, this movie's it's malevolent. It's terrible. I don't want nothing to do with it. But now I'm kind of curious about these other crappy Krampus movies because I was doing a little research and I found out Mother Ancient is actually in Krampus Unleashed.
Yep.
So maybe there's a connection between these. There's a
little tie-in.
Krampus.
We'll never know unless we watch them.
A Krampus universe. So no, this is terrible, and I'm not happy about it. And
That boy's swinging on the door. He's gonna break your hinges.
Joe's always concerned about everyone else's homes.
Yeah, I've got nothing else to say. This movie sucks. Ryan, what do you got?
Yeah, this is Malevolent across the board. I try to find the good in everything, and I will say, the movie. I appreciate that they tried to do something different within the low budget world of these Krampus exploitation movies. They tried. Their only limit was their own talent, but they tried to, make a period film with characters and drama, and I appreciate the attempt, but the movie still was no good. It was boring, and it also, and maybe this isn't the filmmaker's fault. We understand how this goes, but it's false advertising. The cover looks like all the shitty Krampus movies, and it has the Krampus on the cover doesn't look like the Krampus in the movie, and also there is no origin of Krampus in this movie, and it does everything wrong. It does everything wrong, and I would say go watch one of these shitty Krampus movies instead of this one, because at least there you're going to get what you paid for or what you expect. You're going to get the monster killing everybody. Don't go with Krampus Origins. Yeah, it's Malevolent. It's boring. Who has it gone?
Nick and Tyler are left, I believe.
Tyler.
Oh shit, I got a lot to say. I didn't go as hard as I expected. The Johto shops really send me. They always, they captivate me in a way that makes me not want to pay attention to what anybody's saying, which is great for a podcast, which is all about not listening. I hate it. Like, I hate it. But as I said at the beginning, it's like a high school play. Like, it is a play, and it captivated me in ways that aroused me. It was a somewhat sexual experience.
It's good to be hurt sometimes.
Yeah. I'm just frustrated. I'm frustrated at this because I don't know, like, it's hard for me to believe that there is somebody that this was their passion project. I know that that's the case. Somebody, whether it was the script or somebody believed in the story and they wanted to combine it with other things, like, I really don't want to tear those people down, because it's great that people are making things. And it's awesome that people have access to, like, great equipment and it's cheaper and yada, yada, yada. But, like, if I'm going to say anything that's overtly negative, it's stop making period pieces if you have less than $20 million. Knock it off. Like, you can't do it. You can't do it in a way that's going to captivate you. Like Blue Ruin or something like that. Like, those movies get made for dirt cheap, and that is a cinematic experience. If that's what your goal is, regardless of how small your budget is, then fucking tailor it to the budget. Take that out. But then also start asking yourself questions in the process. Who is Krampus? What does Krampus want? What will Krampus be doing? Because this movie has nothing to do with Krampus. It has nothing to do with these characters. This movie is a vessel for a book. That's all it is. Like, why this movie? What did you combine scripts? What was the fucking point? You fucked it up, and I'm upset about it. So don't do this again. And now I'm going to start asking the audience. Please, in the comments below, the three of you, fucking Higgins and Patchy and AJ.
And
We
Ted.
always count on you guys.
If you were going to watch a Krampus movie, why would you watch a Krampus movie? Because, like, when I saw the 2015 or 2016 Krampus, the good one, like,
Yeah.
I didn't go into that with any expectations other than, oh, hey, it's fucking Ben Wyatt, from Parks and
Yeah.
Rec. And it turned out to be a decent movie. And then it's like, okay, that was fun. I don't need that experience ever again. Like, if I saw Santa's Sleigh once, I don't need another Killer Santa movie. I'm done with them. So why are we making all of these movies? Why is this a hot ticket? Is the horror community really this dumb? Where we need horror all the time, and what's more horror than anti-Santa? I just don't get it. I don't get this the Krampus mystique. I don't fucking understand it. I'm sorry, Trevor, that was your keyword, but you fucked
It's
it.
fine. Hey, listen, it's fine.
God damn it, Trevor. But
Hey, hey now.
as always, I appreciate the conversation and the experience. So,
This was
Yeah.
an interesting episode, certainly.
Malevolent.
And we're
Malevolent.
gonna miss you. We're
Yeah.
gonna miss you, Trevor.
Yeah. Sorry, fellas. This is
Yeah.
my last one.
Because you got sucked into the book. You got sucked into the book.
Yeah.
Well,
The Krampus
So-
put you in his naughty bag.
some fat little boy will find me and read. He'll read
All
those
right.
words.
Nick, take us home.
Just hard. One of the hardest malevolence I've ever given. I don't even like to say those words together. I don't like to say hard. Malevolent sounds dirty, but it's fitting for this. And like you said, don't do a period piece if you don't have money, because you're going to do it wrong. And it's just going to be so distracting. Unless this movie was made for someone who loves the turn of the century, but also doesn't know anything about it. Who is this for? In a movie about Krampus's origin. Movie is 90 minutes long. Krampus doesn't show up until like 70 minutes in.
Well, it's
And he
about
just-
his origin. It's
He
about
just
him being born.
monologues. He monologues for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
What is he doing? If you were looking for some gore and some gack,
Yes.
wrong movie.
Yeah.
If you were like me and you put it on and you thought, oh, okay, they're setting it up and it's gonna be oh no, not in the modern day at all. It's a hard period piece. No, it's I could have appreciated that, but you did it wrong. So you shouldn't have tried. I'm all for everyone. Yeah, try. Just you try and fail. That's fine. Not here. This isn't. It's bad. It's a bad movie.
So
there you go.
is there any chance that this movie was originally just about a Catholic orphanage and a demon? It has Krampus has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
And then
I mean, maybe.
after the script was turned in, they said, "Well, it's fucking June. We can crank this thing out in 2 months. We need something for December. It's Krampus now." Like, is that
I
what
would
this
say
is?
so. Keith, there's barely like Christmas is mentioned maybe twice in it, and then we're gonna decorate the tree to distract you.
I mean,
and
that's
distract
really
the
it.
children, and then
Wait,
reindeer on the
okay.
roof. That's it.
When did this come out? 2018.
Yeah, 2018.
And when did the Krampus movie come out? The good one.
2015.
2015.
Okay, so it's a cash grab knockoff. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay. Well,
I
there you
mean,
go.
even though it's only there for like the first 9 minutes, the World War I stuff is better established than the Krampus stuff.
Yes.
So there we go.
Fuck.
Krampus origins. Malevolent
bag.
across the board.
Someone's
Okay.
in trouble.
So here's it's the end.
It's not me this time.
It's the end of
No, it's
the Festicul's Hunt for Holiday Horror. We've got some
All right.
awards, and which mean we're gonna have some nominations coming up. Here are all 12 awards. Award number 1, Festicul is the Lord of Holiday Horror. All hail the great and powerful Festicul Award. That just automatically goes to Festicul. Love you. Most Malevolent, which is the film with the worst malevolent to benevolent bonus.
Got it in the bag.
The biggest bastard, the individual who gave out the least amount of points, the home video hero, the individual who gave out the most amount of points. The Ugly Sweater Award. It is for best costuming, makeup. Festive finish, best holiday /seasonal themed kill. Greatest Grinch, character that had the most holiday and malevolent movie spirit. Jolly Jester, the individual that is one of us, who consistently had the best bits or holiday quips. Krampus, a comedy, the individual who consistently had the worst bits or holiday quips.
Hey, why did you turn and look at me?
The Goonie Award, the best collective debate or bit. I think we just found our winner here.
Yeah.
The best of holiday horror and the spirit of the holiday hunt. So turn your nominations in. Let's see who deserves these chalices that Nick will unfortunately have to make. But I do have a great idea for a collector's edition episode. I'm digging around on Uncorked. They have quite the library. I think we should do like a 3-movie episode where we don't do a full synopsis thing, but we just kind of talk about them.
We watch like a series.
Yeah, but we watch like an uncorked comedy, an uncorked drama, and maybe like an uncorked like suspense or fantasy.
They got
or something.
any like erotic film?
Every film's an erotic film for you, Joe.
Yeah.
I saw an ankle. I'm going to gum.
They have a couple westerns.
Yeah, he can't get hard, but he'll nut over
Anything
an ankle.
that can help me get hard.
Oh yeah. Ooh, Tyler. Ooh, let's watch one of their westerns.
Yeah,
I would love to watch
what
one of
those
their
westerns look like.
Oh, I bet the westerns look good because they're going to go to one of those standard western towns.
Well, Ryan, you'd think so.
But all the clothes are going to look too new.
Everybody's
going to look disheveled.
Yeah, this
but
ain't
the
gonna be no
dusters that they're
bone
wearing
tomahawk.
and stuff is going to be very, clean looking.
We'll see.
Ryan's right. It's very clean. Now, they did have access to some legit sets, it looks like, but it's that type of thing where
the sets will be easy to get.
There's
they
no
rent
scenery. It's just the set.
They have one horse and it's half dead.
Everything's in the saloon. The entire.
Yes.
But I suggest everybody look through the comedies. Hey, fans out there, look through Uncorked's library. Make a couple suggestions.
Let them pick.
We'll do an episode. There's a movie called Mall Dogs, which is Maul.
Yes.
It looks like a barbershop thing, but it's a bowling movie.
Even better. Even better.
Yes. Put that shit on the Plex.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. But anyways, yeah. So
Go look through the catalog and see if you see anything we should review.
But
that's
actually,
what Tyler just said.
It's not the end of the month. But should we go ahead and pick the? We asked the fans what they wanted us to watch. They made a suggestion.
Well, I suppose so because we're not going to.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's only a
We
couple
only have
days.
like 3-4 days.
Why don't you guys riff on this for 2 seconds, and I'll collect all the info and I'll random it.
All right.
Actually, here's what we can do. We could do some berating. Nicholas Swartz finished reviewing the movies for the Hunt for Bad October.
You've seen a couple of them.
Not all of them.
Yeah, you've watched them, haven't you, already?
You're on a couple of those episodes.
Just
I know you
slap a couple of numbers on the thing like I do and move on.
Joe Buckley, what do you have?
I still have to do Spaceship Terror. I'm frightened. I'm terrified.
Shut up.
It's frightening.
Oh, I'm so glad this is the last time I'll hear your voice in this fucking year.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we could do a surprise New Year's thing.
No, we can't.
You guys are terrible at riffing. Keep it going. Keep it going.
Oh, okay.
What? Well,
Joe. Okay, so
Joe.
Christmas 2 days ago, Joe. Did you get any good gifts?
Here we go.
I got a blender. I'm gonna be blending shit.
What?
Did you ask for a blender? Why were you given a blender?
Well,
who thought that would be a good idea?
My mother and father. It's I like smoothies. I like iced coffees.
Ryan, they're just giving him the kitchen so he stops coming upstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They think I
was
smell
gonna-
too bad.
I was gonna think that they saw you get the blender out for whatever
Mixing
fucking
up
thing.
my hot
Oh,
dogs.
the summer series
awards.
wrap up, and then Joey's using the blender. Oh well, we should get the boy one for Christmas.
So what kind of smoothies you making, Joe?
I
You
was
get like
hoping
some
he
fresh
cuts his fingers
strawberries
off.
and fresh bananas. You cut them up, put them in there with a little
Hot
cream.
dogs, chicken nuggets.
No.
Joe has gotten so lazy he doesn't even want to fucking chew anymore, so he's just making a paste on all his nuggets.
So far I've made myself a cherry snow cone in the blender, and I've made a iced coffee blended. There were some Dunkin' Donuts in the freezer, so it was like a big block of ice, and I chopped it up and drank
So you
it.
just blended up a bunch of donuts.
No, Dunkin' Donuts, the coffee.
Yes, Dunkin' Donuts. You said there was a Dunkin' Donuts in the fridge.
There were some coffee apparently.
Yeah.
The way you said that, Joe, made it seem like you just found a
Icy
baker's
donuts.
dozen. Yeah, baker's dozen somewhere. You chucked it in the blender.
Yeah.
Pour a little bit of milk over there.
Oh, I
So,
can't have
let
milk.
it
That
down.
comes up my ass.
You guys ready for this?
Oh, okay.
Let's do it.
Do it.
What exactly are we doing?
Okay, so this is a future collector's edition. We were going to wait till the end of the year, but that's like just a couple days away. Okay, so thank you to La Rodia, ADA 100, Finberg, Patchy the Pirate, Muskie Furman Mike, Fairy Mimi, Old Man Higgins, and Ryan Grimes for their offerings. Here is the complete list, in no particular order. Body Melt, The Car That Ate Paris, Next of Kin, Necrotronic, Mr. Jingles, The Granny, Mafia vs. Ninja, When Good Ghouls Go Bad, One of the Dead, Terror Tunes, Troll, Leprechaun in the Hood, Mammoth, and Christmas Twister.
Oh, boy.
So that's the list of movies. All right,
All
we're going
right.
to randomize this. Let's see who gets who. Blah, 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 I can't speak English.
Drum roll,
Oh.
please.
Drum roll. Oh, yep, go.
Yeah,
There's
Go.
some good stuff in there.
Okay.
On the bear belly, Joe.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
yeah,
one's
do it
the
on the bear belly, Joe.
Bare belly. Get the microphone up there.
Oh,
He doesn't
whatever.
want us to see his belly.
Unzip the hoodie. Let's go.
As if we don't have bellies too, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you kidding
Come
me?
on, Joe.
Whatever.
Our winner-
What is it?
All right.
Our winner, top of 14 movies, is When Good Ghouls Go Bad.
Oh, man.
Is that with Christopher?
Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah, you know what? That movie's been picking up steam the last couple of years. It's one that seriously, no, it's one that I'm not kidding. It's one that
Oscar
people
get-
keep bringing up around Halloween, saying like this should be a minor classic. I haven't seen it, but I'm
Ooh,
excited.
Story by R.L. Stein.
Yeah, I'm serious. People have been bringing it up and saying, "Hey, this is something that people have been sleeping on for a good, spooky, fun Halloween
Are you in
vibe."
a forum
So.
with like 7-year-olds?
Yeah.
I know. No, these are. I think
Hale, like Edgar
it
Allan
might have
Poe.
even been Mike Mendes, director of the convent, who said this. It's somebody on social media. It's one of these filmmakers that was saying that, and everybody was chiming in on it.
Oh,
So,
man. Well,
we'll find
hey,
out
I'm-
now, I guess.
I'm interested. I just looked at the cast. Of this is more for just us than the show. But there's a mayor character. Ding, 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 ding.
Oh,
already.
yeah.
Right. What's his
Okay.
name? What's his name? You're asking. Mayor Cherney.
We're getting churned.
Hell yeah.
You're
I'm
the first.
ready to watch this movie.
Mayor Cherney.
Okay, but this is the episode that we have to be inebriated on. So you
Oh,
either
shit.
get
Oh,
drunk,
my Lord.
high, or you have to stay up. I would say well over 24 hours.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
That because I don't drink or do
Or
weed
drug.
edibles like Joe, so I'm going to stay up late. I'm gonna get loopy.
I'm gonna get nice and high.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm just so thankful it's not Terror Tunes.
Wait,
could not handle watching that
watching the
again.
movie or doing the review?
Well, here's what I think we should do.
Okay.
We could do the synopsis thing, or we can get our highs, watch the movie, and then just hop on a call and discuss it. We can walk
Oh.
through the movie, but that way we experience
man.
it. What do you guys think? Which way?
I kind of like that.
Yeah, that could be interesting.
I mean, I like
a little
that
bit
too.
tough
A little
to,
bit.
yeah.
I'll leave it
Yeah.
up to honestly, I think this is in the hands of whoever's staying up. You guys get to decide
Mhm.
when we do this, because I can
Agreed.
listen. I can drink or get
I'll
some
do
weed
it.
in
I'll do
me
it during the middle of the week. I don't give a shit.
Wait, can,
any day of the week. Okay.
I'm
we
going to
do-
work burnout.
Can we do computer duster?
That's fine, Joe.
Okay.
Oh,
Go
Joe,
huff gasoline.
Yeah.
go
Some
go-
glue. I'll go start sniffing some glue.
Stop flushing your toilet after you shit, Joe, and just huff
Making
that
some
until
jankum.
then.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
That's
no,
the-
Joe,
yes,
go to
that's
your
the-
litter
yes.
box, which I guarantee you is just fucking
Oh, just pop a couple.
ammonia is
Couple
probably
berries.
just belching out of that fucking
Do
box
catnip,
right now.
Joe.
And just sniff the ammonia. Just sniff the ammonia.
Oh
from the
yeah,
cat
sprinkle
box.
a little catnip in with your weed when you make those joints
Yeah.
that you're smoking in your
Yeah.
parents' basement.
Oh
and
my
fucking-
god, I got my weed mixed up with the catnip. My cats are all high. It's a new film.
My cats are all high.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a
It's
title.
a sequel to that darn cat.
Yep.
Well, thanks,
All right.
folks.
Very
Krampus.
good.
There it is.
We did it.
Yeah.
Another holiday hunt down the
In the
drain.
bag.
Wasted.
That's right.
Right.
Christmas season ruined.
Yeah, it just didn't. The bells just didn't jingle this year as brightly. They're shining as brightly as they did last year. But it's fine.
Yeah.
Sean, take us
It's
out.
fine.
Take us out on a little holiday jingle.
A holiday jingle. Okay, let's see what we got. Krampus origins, you made us feel ill. You even sent old Trevor to the party. Thanks, killing.
No, keep going. You're doing great. I love it.
Keep going.
Thanks, killing was thrilling, and Shredder was a gas. And Joe Buckley still doesn't get ass.
Oh wow!
Excellent.
Merry
Excellent.
Christmas, everyone.
That's a new classic right there.